Watch out, watch out. Watch you, we keep them all. Say we keep them all. And come down, go down. Hey, 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 hey. Watch you, we keep them all. Say we keep them all. And come down, go down. Jesus, are you balance? Trouble. Watch out. Watch you, we keep them all. Say we keep them all. And come down. Hey, watch you, we keep them all. Say we keep them all. And come down. Just catch it on the balance wheel. 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 Jesus, are you balance?
Yes. Pleasant morning, pleasant afternoon, pleasant evening, wherever you are. in your deck of hoods. Once again, we are saying welcome to Mystic Sensation Live. Another sensational live for today. But you know how we do things here. Today is Friday. And remember, on a Friday, of course, it is you with Mystic Sensation, right? But before we start, we always have to do our roll call as it relates to the people in our chat, and they are the ones who will be interacting with us today. So, and of course, for callers who will be calling in today, right? So we are saying a big welcome to, once again, having this interaction with Mystic Sensation. Big up yourself all. So we begin with, of course, Dorrit McCoy, Beverly 975, Veronica Shaw, and Maxwell 936. All right, see, Maxwell is a bit quite interactive there. And Falmouth Girl 12851. And people do like Falmouth Girl, man. Join up the club, things set. All right, Levon Miles, George Beckford, Del Raymond, Angela Hastings, right, at Rice JA5138, bless up yourself, right, and Ranchel Taylor, Carl Wilson, and okay, all right, PW202-RP, Carl Hewitt, bless up yourself, right, thank you for being here. Marva Dice 2315, Charlie Cole 3337, Ashaniel Marcus, Una Vassal, big up yourself, Sister Vassal, right? Elisha Armstrong and Carly Banks, bless up yourself, right? PW202 said, Mystic Sensation, could you please read a statement from the USA new ambassador to Jamaica? There lays some of the answers to 10,000 that is being shown at us. All right, if I have that, right, or might be I'm going to have to search in my folder to get that. But if you can get around it, of course, I will do that for you, my dear. All right, Elone Denton Clarky 343, bless myself, Clarky. Right, Elaine Morgan, Judith Ebert, Timon, and trust me, the chat is getting out of hand here. Michelle Clark, all right, Damian Goss, Eliza Wood, Ladrick 818, and Judith Ebert, Maureen Vassal, beg up yourself, Sister Maureen, and remember, right, Maureen is one of the generals, so if anybody misbehave, right, Maureen is going to put them out of the chat. Please, I'm warning you, right? Don't make Maureen and other persons who are blue jacket generals, right? If you misbehave, you can come, right? Interact, right? You don't care whether you're JLP, PNP or NEPs. From once you being disciplined, everything is okay. The generals will not put you out. Rosa, bless up herself. Lana Roberts, right? Juliet Gooden, right? Christopher Wright, Florence Denny, and let me just give Amber a welcome, because trust me, the chat is going out of hand. So for people who haven't heard, right, that sort of personal welcome and Amber welcome, me love you, big you, right? And thanks for being here, because you are who that make the channel continue to thrive. And I am saying we love that, right? We thank you all. Now, Jamaica, let me begin in terms of, we are facing an hurricane season. And one of the reasons why I want to begin with these two clips, right, is because, Andrew Holness had gotten away with his reckless behavior, right, during Beryl and during Melissa, And we have heard how much he was quite proactive, how much his administration, was on point, and how much, and as according to him, right? I mean, dealing with Hurricane Melissa, he had given himself high 90s, that he had done extremely well, right? And those are the lies that continue to flow, right, from his mouth. The only time Andrew Wallace is not speaking any lies when he's not speaking, to be honest. And so then we see that drains are not being cleaned, right? We're seeing that there is no sound, right, built for purpose, right? Hurricane shelter being provided in spite of 2 hurricanes that now we should have learned from. The last hurricane, what hit us and wipe out partially, right, 30% of our GDP. Now, let me ask this question. Does this administration had learned anything from that? Now, still bleeding from Hurricane Melissa, people still, and many times I'm telling you, right, I am so struggling as it relates to the element, exposed to the raw element, people still sleeping on the tarpaulin. And what this administration has done is continue to rob millions, billions, trillions from our taxpayer, sabotaging them from social services and to make their lives better. No, this is vicious. And here it is, right, to show you that there's no care. We are now experiencing another hurricane season, and where we have 2 pending storms, and that is one of the reasons why I'm starting with this, because remember, today we have some serious things to touch, and we are going to delve back into Andrew Wheatley, because more to come. And let me say this, Jamaica, before we start the show. I want everyone who tune in, right, and following Mystic, I am speaking to you. Have confidence. Remember that I have been telling you that, look, they can't get away with their crimes. And we here on social media, the lonesome, the mystic sensation, right, the melting pot, we are going to ensure, right, that we hold them accountable. And big up to our 2 fire warrior ladies, lady warriors out there, right? Really, really tough, right? We're talking about Attack for the Press. Pick up yourself, Attack for the Press. We talk about ABR and Isabel Rose continue to do a fine job, right? Continue to push it out there, right? These are 2 ladies that continue to work. I mean, they are overworking in this space, and trust me, I am recognizing their work really, really out there. Having said that, I am telling you all that for those who believe that, justice is just not coming, Mystic Sensation is telling you, right, to watch, because believe you me, we have a big studio light at the end of the tunnel. And now we start to see where the criminal justice system is now biting in to Andrew Wallace. And you may not know that as it relates to, we now have Wheatley, right, wheeling on the wheels of justice. It is going to tear them down brick by brick. All right. So let me just get off as it relates to awareness so that Andrew Wallace, right, and his administration can't say that they have not been warned. So we are going to make them know how active, right, the Caribbean Basin is. And what is it that the administration is doing to ensure the safety of our Jamaican people? Are you going to leave them again to the element? Many of those persons who have not, 70% of those who affected by Hurricane Melissa has no government access. Just imagine that. No government access. PR, and robbing their little help, robbing their assistance. This is how vicious and evil this government is. But I am telling you, Andrew, fly high or fly low. Fly high or fly low. Your judgment is right around the corner. And I saw you in Parliament losing it. Saw you in Parliament on hedge. But let me tell you something. You are going to in your warm bed and you can't enjoy it. Father God is not sleeping. And what you are doing to the Israelites, what you are doing to the true Israelites, you must pay for it. Now, let me just get into the program and start. Now, this is it, my people. When you have Dayati JLP start to break away from the root of the Jamaica Labour Party, right, and calling you out, you must realize that, of course, the erosion starts when Dayati Labourite start to call you out and start to call you out publicly. Now, look at this clip, my Jamaican people. Listen up.
Always come like saying a plan for do no better. For pull up your socks and do better. Imagine the hurricane come and so many people got fucked up. You understand? There are people right now who can't even find a sheet of zinc. Just words saying, to be honest. And now the people them down the west. People not even recuperated, right? And the people them down the west, you want to remove them. Right? How much more can you do? I mean, the earth is a lot and the fullness thereof of you all away, brother. How much more can you do? Why you pressure poor people? And in fact and truth, the people them that you're even pressuring are the people them may put you away there. You understand? I'm just want to tell you this, that he's just a wicked fucking man. Why you not just put a rope around the neck, brother, and just make them make a news about you? I've been a labourite all the day of my years of my life, and I just decide to say, yo, every time on a labourite government, people suffer more than ordinary. I'm not saying that PMP, do the things that you made, but they're not as worse as you. Every party thief, But when PMP in a power, trust me, people can't eat and drink. You're one of the worst prime ministers I've ever seen. And you're not making any difference. You're not trying to pull up your socks, even the criticism and all that you have got through. You know, try if you say, all right, they're going to make the people them look up to me. You's a pussy, you's a bag of shit, brother. You just need to put a rope around the neck, brother. Trust me. And the people them need to stop thinking about politics, about PMP and JLP, and the people them just need to get up and form a constitution for themselves as the people and stop doing we don't know, because trust me, bro. Come on, man, people are suffering, youth, under this labor right bumbo clock government, The other day me I drive, one big.
All right, let me just stop that. And my apology for those what we call colonial language, right? But the essence of it is what I want people to get, that it start to reach into his orbit, into the GLP orbit. And this is sending a strong message that when you have so-called diartic labor right, not my words, his words, right, that your actions and inactions that creating a negative impact, and these people have to come out publicly. They are not hiding their faces, right? They are telling you that they are so disgruntled as a result of your despicable behavior. It shows you that really and truly, time come. Now, as he had spoken, right, about the concern of those people who suffered, let me show you, right, what is happening. So at least, right, wherever you hide off some money, and for the rest of the money that, right, supposed to be now, meet to the people who suffered, and where you still put that into a consolidated fund. This is how you double down with your wickedness, because you just decided that you're not going to help them, because as it relates to your perception, you understand, many of them, particularly in Hanover and Westmoreland, they are PNP, and they voted you out. They are not Jamaicans. They are PNP, right? And you're not going to assist them. And so then instead of you redirect the fund to them, right, you are now directing the fund to be used at PEM and used at Upper Camp. It's to show you the level of wickedness. You understand? But guess what? Just a matter of time, my friend. Just a matter of time. But let me just take this opportunity to show you what is developing in the Caribbean. And we know that you don't have any heart and you don't care. And that is one of the reasons why we want to get you out, right? Even before this year. Remember, I predicted 2026 for you. And I am seeing all the signs that, yes, it's really looked like 2026 is shaping up, you understand, to tell us something that we are going to have a change, a significant change in our politics. Now, let us get into this, my Jamaican people. I have time for you today, Okay, let us get this and put it out there so that we warn him. So he can't say that he has not got sufficient warning. Sir, let me put this to you, what is happening in the Caribbean Peninsula.
Friday, June 19th, 2026, I'm meteorologist Brian Shields. We're tracking a couple stronger tropical waves that will start to move into parts of the Caribbean as soon as this weekend. On the flip side, we have a new area of dust moving in, right where we have some of the drought conditions and watching some of the remnants of Arthur. We'll zoom up to the north in just a second. We have had a couple showers overnight in spots, St. Vincent the Grenadines. There's been a few showers around. We have one tropical wave right here near the DR South, back through Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire. Now, initially, there's not a lot with this, but as this works its way this weekend off toward the west, it is going to draw in a lot of moisture in parts of Central America. So we'll cover that, this tropical wave, how it progresses. Not so much for Haiti, over toward Jamaica, the Cayman Islands, Cuba. We'll have some scattered areas of rain, but the rain chance not super high overall. Where we are dry, we are so hot this time of year. Now, here are the new tropical waves, right? These are the stronger ones. Here we are in Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago. Here's one right here. This one will start to move in on Sunday. I'll track that. Not seeing it developing though. This one's a little bit stronger. It'll be after that. And then an even stronger one that looks to emerge off the coast of Africa. As they move across, I watch out for signs of development. Now,
All right, so let me stop this. I just want to highlight, right, the concerns, and if this administration care any at all, will take the necessary steps, right, to ensure our people are secure, right? We know that he doesn't have it in him to care, right? We know that this man is a vicious man, is a narcissist that we are dealing with, right? Someone who is very much vindictive. This is who we are dealing with. So, right, look for the worst, right? But for my Jamaican brothers and sisters, I'm warning you, prepare yourself for those who live in low-lying areas, right? So basically, right, as it relates to torrential downpour, please, right, protect yourself wherever you are, for particularly those who are in the low-lying areas. All right, so let us begin our music now, right? And get into the business of the day. Corruption galore. Corruption galore. And what I want to put out there, because people have a tendency, and I notice this, right? And I will say clearly to everyone that, look, I am a Manly Heights. Never hide it and never intend to hide it. So from once one is going to interrupt, right, with my channel, right, I am someone, right, who love the principle of Michael Manley, love the principle of the PNP, right, and will defend the principle of the PNP because I know I live the PNP, right, and all the years of my experience, I know I'm confident in solid social programs. So when I am saying, right, I am Manlyites, I am Manlyites via lifestyle and political philosophy, right? So this is me. So let me introduce myself to newcomers, right? But let me say this. Am I going to see that, okay, all right, PNP is doing something wrong and I'm not going to call out the PNP? No. So where I stand with my politics, we defend Jamaica first. First, Jamaica, the benefit of all of us, right? Along with my political philosophy. So we make that clear, make that pretty clear. Now, so my reason to play this is to show you that Mark Golding and the PNP had responded as a result of the situation with Andrew Tiffin Wheatley, right? And which is going to have a ripple effect on the Jamaica Labour Party because there are others who involved, right? Others who involved. Others who were in awareness of Andrew Wheatley criminality, and others who had also partake in Andrew Wheatley criminality. So Andrew Wheatley had made it clear to them, sending subliminal message to them in Parliament that, look, my situation is going to have a ripple effect. He warned them. He told them that his situation is going to have a ripple effect. And indeed, it is. Now, let us show that the People's National Party, right, addressed the situation, because even yesterday, right, I have some friends who sent to me asking why the People's National Party not saying this and not saying that. Like, really? So that means you're not keeping abreast, right? I mean, with news or anything. It seems like you're lost. The People's National Party all over this. So let me just put it out for people who are, you know, and I believe that some of them just outrightly just, you know, just trying to find ways and means to the fact that they are labor rights, right? And they are just embarrassed, right? They are just outrightly embarrassed. So let me just show you, right, that of course the integrity boss, right, responded. And let me say this, Jamaica, and that's why I'm talking to all the people who are following me. The momentum in Jamaica is building up right now. It is not only the People's National Party right, responding. Other civil groups of society are also responding, and let me say that I am happy for that, because we have seen now, right, the changes about to take place. It's a turnaround, and I am happy for that. I think now that they are recognizing, right, when we were talking all the time, right, maybe they did not believe that it was that bad, but now they had witnessed it for themselves. So look at this. Let me share this. Here it is. Let me just, right? PNP wants civil society to join demand for Wheatley's removal. So, all right. Now, and I am happy to show this. You know the reason why I'm happy to show this? Because we have, you know, vloggers and other concerned persons are saying that, you know, what are we doing? Are we, you know, bearing every time we are on social media talking, right? What are we doing? Are we making any move towards, you know, highlighting the issues and demand the government, right, to step down and demand justice? No, here is the PNP. So this is why I show it, you know. Here is the PNP is now calling upon civil society, you know. Here is the PNP, not hiding it. And I'm glad all the greener is highlighting this. The PNP wants civil society to join demand for Wheatley's removal. So I don't want to hear anything. And people that say, what is the PNP doing about it? Right? You have to keep up yourself with current affairs. Keep yourself with current affairs. Now, the Opposition People's National Party says it is prepared to take its call for the removal of Dr. Andrew Wheatley from the cabinet, right, to church and civil society groups, right? So this is what the PNP is doing. The PNP first called for Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Owens to relieve Wheatley of his portfolio responsibility for science, technology, and special projects on Wednesday after the Integrity Commission ruled that the cabinet minister be charged with illicit enrichment and other corruption related to crimes. If you notice here, as it relates to part of Wheatley portfolio, right, science, technology, and special projects. This is something that automatically now, as it relates to special projects, intertwine with NARA. So this is a totally devastating blow to Andrew Owens' stomach as it relates to also NARA, because him and Wheatley, right, they are partners in crime. Yes, when you come from Mystic Sensation, you know, Mystic Sensation telling you to raw, you know. Mystic Sensation no grow no corner, you know. Enough people now go say that and I say, what Mystic? What that you say? Be careful. Yes, they are partners in crime. You know what, if you run out for me, no? That's like when me have the evidence, you know. Run out for me. Run out for me. Right? Okay. Let me just take this call, first call for the morning. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead, sir.
Hello.
Hello, how are you doing?
Mystic?
Yes. Turn off the device in the background. Please, turn off the device in the background.
Yeah, man, I'm doing that.
All right. Talk to us now. Thank you for calling.
Something.
Yes.
The theme song that you played.
Yes.
I know this singer is Sister Arlene.
Yes.
What the title?
You know, say, believe you me, I don't even know the title, you know, to be honest. I just see the song, I just love the song, I just capture. The song just stick with my hand.
I want to get the title of that song, man, and it's so nice.
Yes.
And when you watch the video, you know.
But if anything, we can WhatsApp the song to you, you know.
Well, if the title we want, because we want to play it.
Okay. All right.
I can't get the...
Maybe do a little research for you and send it to you, if anything.
Yes, man. I need you to get why you think I take life, you know.
So hold on there. Are the song I call you over here or the political narrative?
the political thing to man.
Okay, all right.
Because me have to listen to you, you know, me have to watch you, you know.
All right, my brother.
Because it's only you, well, you
Mhm.
and I listen to Andre, but you know, and then sometimes him sort of go off away. You know. Because really, man, we have to get rid of this criminal. And
of course, not too about that.
the entire Jamaica need to call upon him, you know.
Oh yes.
For resign, you know.
The momentum is building up right now. The momentum is building up for that. I'm going to show you.
Why they are so quiet?
The momentum is building up now. So it seems like it's a new turn. So the momentum is really building up now. I am going to show you.
I hope so, sir, because I ready to take to the street, you know, because
yes, man, it is building up.
We can't go on, so man.
No,
Because
certainly not.
It seems as if I understand the Wheatley not going anywhere, you know.
No, look here. Whether I want to go to the east or you want to go to the west, north or south, we are going to prosecute him out of the office, which is going to be more embarrassing for Andrew Owens. So we don't care whether I want to keep him in our cabinet. You understand? As a matter of fact, let me tell you something, Carla. I don't expect him to fire Wheatley, and let me tell you the reason why I don't expect him to fire Wheatley. Because if him fire Wheatley, if him asks Wheatley to go, he needs to ask himself to go as well.
That's the question. Because that's what I understand, that Wheatley is saying not going anywhere, because unless Andrew Willis leave. Because guess what?
Yes.
Andrew Willis knew from before the election that Wheatley was under investigation, you know.
Oh yes. The Integrity Commission.
I remember when them asked him, he said look far and wide, and there was no one in his cabinet who were under investigation.
Yes.
When he fully well know that Wheatley was one of them who under the investigation.
So,
and he go ahead and reappoint him.
Okay, all right. So hold on the caller, since you mentioned that, because that's a very important line, and I love the line that you're on. So let us ask, because we don't want to accuse Andrew Owens of being of knowing. So I am asking Wheatley, right? Did he inform Andrew Owens that he was under investigation? Because pretty much it could be a situation. Let us play fair here. Let us just play fair here. Is it a situation that Wheatley would have been under this investigation, and apparently where the Integrity Commission investigators called him in, right, and warned him about the illicit enrichment? This is something that he should have communicated to the Prime Minister. Did he communicate to the Prime Minister? No, well, that is one side of the question. Now, if he had communicated it to the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister overlooked that and still go ahead and put him into the cabinet, it is saying that the Prime Minister, you understand, I mean, it is two peas in a pod. That's all I'm saying, and leaving it there.
I tell you, because what the Prime Minister does, is to remove them and wait till things quiet down.
Mm-hmm.
He reappoint them, because just like the other thief, a lady
Dalrymple Filbert.
Filbert.
Yes.
When he buy the $17 million car and give our sister.
Okay, all right. And since you touched that point, hold on the caller. Hold on, caller. Let me just make a point clear here. Since you touched that point, and we are on the situation as it relates to Wheatley, whether or not Wheatley communicated the information to Andrew Owens. Now, we know for sure that Andrew Owens well aware that Dalrymple Filbert, you understand, was found guilty by the court of level of criminality. And he still put Dalrymple right back into Parliament. So that is telling us more than likely that he knew, right? And we are only assuming now, more than likely he knew the very same thing was taking place with Wheatley, right? And he still.
Wheatley, he knew.
Yes.
He waited until things cool quiet down.
Yes.
He may come over. he reappoint them.
Yes.
That's what the reason why he put him in his office of the prime minister at the time.
Yes. Yes.
When he removed him from Petrodrop.
And if you notice this, hold on, caller, you notice the MO, the modus operandi with him. Whenever one of his ministers showed up or blown up with the criminality, right? He take them and he preserved them in his office for a while, right? Because remember that Darrell Vaz was also in an office for a while, you know. So you see the pattern of behavior, right? Him put them in an office for a while and cool them off and rub them down and said, good boy, good boy. When everything's okay, I send you back out there. That's what he does. Yes.
Because he's one of them.
He's
a criminal himself. He's the biggest.
No, caller. Hold on, caller. I want you, caller, hold on. I want you to correct that. He's not only one of them. He's the king corrupter. Repeat that for me. He's the what?
King corruption.
Okay.
King of all.
King of all.
He's the king of all.
He's just not only one of them.
What is so hurtful with this man? When the ordinary citizens go there and chop, as they call them, chopper, he send police on them and kill them out.
No, Jesus.
Send police on them and then kill them out. And this man, you tell me, Andrew Wallace is the biggest chopper.
It seems like you're saying that it seems like this is what you're saying, that criminals in parliament are passing legislations against criminals, and they themselves are criminals.
Yes.
That is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just trying to.
And then take this parliament, it's their controlled parliament. I watched parliament. It was Tuesday with Juliet Wellness. And she the way she handled the opposition benches, she don't want no one to just look at the prime minister, listen to the prime minister.
Put it this way.
Talking about
bully.
Calling and Dayton Campbell, telling Dayton Campbell he's a bully.
Look who's talking. Look who's calling people bully.
The prime minister can look at a member and tell him shut up.
Out of order and bright. Out of place.
Out of order.
Right? Want to take parliament for his bedroom. Right?
Yes.
But when you have the and this is so wrong, right, in terms of the politics, that when you have the executive sleeping in bed with the legislator, then you know that's something fundamentally wrong. We shouldn't have allowed it. Right? Fundamentally wrong. All right.
My friend.
So
before you go.
Yes.
You know, I start to blame Mark Bull in certain ways. When he dropped Dennis Meadow, he should never drop Dennis Meadow. Right?
You know, sir. All right. You know, sir. You know, sir.
We know that the PLP stand for principle, but
yes.
He should never. You acted a bit too quick. You should never drop him.
All right. Right about now, I think that, to me, I think Dennis Meadows and a lot of my people might say, Mystic don't go there. But I think that Dennis Meadows had done his punishment, right? And should be might be reconsidered the process as it relates to his articulation in the politics, right? But that is just my argument. That is just my argument.
I think so too. Because
yes.
You know that Philbert is on the Integrity Commission. The same Integrity Commission who found her guilty,
Yes.
That she should be charged. She's on the board on the committee now,
You're kidding me? What you say?
Yeah, that Philbert is on the Integrity Commission committee.
What you say?
So people talking about it and say, how can someone that been you found her guilty of certain things?
Well, what that tell you about Andrew? What that tell you about Andrew? Say, I think you're right. I think you're right because I think I had seen it somewhere, but I'm going to reconfirm. But I think you are correct with that. right? I know, man. I think you're correct. I think you're correct.
She's on it.
Yeah.
She's on it.
But what that tells you about Andrew? What that tells you about Andrew?
This man don't have no respect for Jamaica. That's what they tell me. They have no respect for the people of Jamaica.
All right. Let me just move on and give another caller, right? Because to hear their views as well. So thank you for calling. Big up yourself, my brother. All right.
Yeah, man. Take care.
Cool.
Yeah, watch.
All right. All right. So as I said, when it comes to Friday afternoon, Mystic Sensation, multitask, we do everything in a one. Right. So here it is. Right, the IC is the country's main anti-corruption body. The ruling by the IC's Director of Corruption Prosecution follows the release of a report by Kevin Stevenson, Director of Investigation at the IC, which concluded, among other things, that over a 9-year period ending in 2022, Wheatley had approximately 164 million in assets that were disproportionate to its lawful sources of income. And as such, right, the IC's top corruption prosecutor, let me just take this call, right, meanwhile we are working, right, and flossing at the same time. Right, yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mr. Byron.
Good afternoon, my dear. How are you doing?
I'm just joining you for a couple minutes and I'm stealing time at work.
All right. Talk to us.
The conversation is so hard that, especially when I recognize that that man stood in Parliament the other day and calling Dr. Campbell of all people, tell him to shut up and he's a bully. Let me ask him something. I want to ask Andrew Holness. If he thinking can walk in a Dayton Campbell shoes, Dayton Campbell is a lawyer and he's a professional certified medical doctor. Andrew Holness not certified in a non-certified Andrew. Leave Dr. Campbell alone. You are Jamaica's biggest professional puss. You thief.
Repeat that for me.
You don't know what.
Hold on, I can't make it just slide with that. So repeat that for me, please.
Jamaica's biggest professional push.
Yes. Okay. Now go ahead.
Andrew Holness of University for professional push. The reason why you're never going to negotiate you and really take the people them are because they have something hanging over you and you're trying to avoid prison, and maybe that's why you get the negotiation with taking criminal in the country so that you can avoid going to prison.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what he did.
Hold on, Mr. Byron. Right. You're out of order and you're uncouth and you're unscrupulous and you're nasty. A big man like you stood up in Parliament. We don't have no decorum. Look, the other day when the lady touched the mace for your wife, got on like a hog, hooligan, and look at you now telling the doctor, the respectable doctor that is certified, look at you telling Dr. Campbell that if he shut up and him a bully. Who is more bully than you? Your teeth, milk, out of coffee, Andrew Holness. Make your viewers them listen and go tell you, because me not afraid of you. You're too rude. You have no decorum. You don't have no respect. You have no discipline. You're uncouth. You're unruly. You weren't brought up properly. I'm sure Miss Lucky grew her child properly. Dr. Campbell don't trouble you. He has a right to talk. And your wife don't know the rules of the Parliament properly. And that Dr. Campbell trying to correct and say his piece. On the one, cut him down because you know no wrong. Sorry, you're here, Byron.
No, but speak your argument, my sister.
Jamaica's top push.
Okay.
Top chopper push.
What?
That's what you're teaching Jamaicans to do, to chop and run.
Jamaica top chopper push.
You name in a high places, and that's why you said that old Martisha Adams go up Florida to go negotiate her face. Look like the Undertaker never don't put on the makeup on her damn dirty face. But there are people place me have to be careful.
Well, you come out hot for them this morning, sister.
The Undertaker never put on the makeup on her. Would look on her face, the old grizzled woman. Out every day you put on 1 pound of makeup. You want to carry wicked people in the country for come kill we off, eh? You will go to there. You know when we hear Mr. Byron, somebody, I don't know, it's a speculation that they have so many houses and apartments unrented. So maybe that's where they're going to house the people them and charge get the money. You see how they're greedy? All one got.
Yeah, man. They have building on top of building, like how Darrell Vaz coming with bus on top of bus. So them have building, you know. They have building on top of building.
Yes.
With taxpayers' money.
Anytime you touch anybody else in a parliament, Andrew, may up for you. But the one day you touch Dr. Campbell, may come in the next day for you. Because me and Dr. Campbell, I don't know him in person, but the two of us are parishioners. And you don't touch Miss Lucky Picking and me no cuss you out.
Talk to them.
Yes.
All right.
Because nobody not trouble for you too, boy. And your big foot wife, we have a pair of basket with Nikisha Virgil. Don't pay put on fair makeup and she can't look good like Nikisha. That's why she have up Nikisha. She have a pair of basket with Nikisha.
You know, say Nikisha the queen of the south. Nikisha the queen of the south, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Every day she go down. They must sit down and mad our room and soon our room you go put on makeup. Come why you look like a young girl. Go cuss out your mate to them and leave Nikisha Virgil alone.
Wow.
Idiot you.
All right, my sister.
Thank you.
Bless up yourself, my sister.
Have a good day, Byron.
Same to you.
I'm upset with him. I can't call him man, but he needs to shut up.
All right. Well, good, my sister.
Take care.
Blessings.
And thanks.
Blessings, my sister. All right. So here it is, right? That the IC top corruption prosecutor also ruled that Wheatley, the member of parliament for St. Catherine South Central, is to be charged with knowingly, what is the operative word? Knowingly making a false statement in his statutory declarations of the period 2013 to 2017 and 2018 to 2022. And let me tell you something. Jamaica, I'm going to show you why Wheatley, right, definitely is going to prison. Right? So let me just put away this document because we are getting down into the juggling this morning. Right? And as I said, remember I warned him, you know. You say if you make him have 10 lawyers, whether KC lawyer, King Council, them can't save him. But I am looking on. Can't save him. Can't save him. Right? No matter what them good like gold, them can't save him. So let me show also that the momentum, and I love this, the momentum is building up, right, as it relates to pressure applied to Andrew Holness to, you know, get rid of Wheatley out of the cabinet. But, you know, from Mystic perception, right, Mystic know that, okay, all right, let us utilize critical thinking here, right? What would he be saying, right, to the general populace, right? Because if you ask Wheatley to go, right, then as it relates to your situation, which is much worse than Wheatley, then if you ask Wheatley to resign and go, you need, right, to resign and you need to walk with Wheatley. That's why this situation with Wheatley is extremely serious. Okay. Carla, I missed a call. Call me back. I just missed a call. That's why the situation with Wheatley, right, is extremely serious, right? And so then, what is going to come down on him is a mountain of shame, really shame, because Wheatley is going to be prosecuted out of office. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
We're set up on the day, Mr. Byron.
Yeah, man, talk to me. Talk to me, my brother.
I'm calling on one front on the deportee situation.
Yes.
I heard you gentlemen last night on the other program. You had me Lonesome and Melting Pot.
Yes.
And you mentioned a few things, and it is very important to pay attention to.
Oh, yes.
You mentioned about they coming into Jamaica and for the gerrymandering.
Oh, yes.
People might take this simple, but it is very important to pay attention to. I called you a couple of weeks ago and mentioned about moving those people who is in the hurricane area, and that part of what they want to use as a gerrymandering too.
Yes.
And to sum it up, to add these people into it, it is very important to look out at. Now, I'll take that a little further.
Yes.
And I'll ask you a question.
Go ahead, sir.
All the players who involved in this deportee saga, do you know anyone who is involved in development of hotel all over the world in the player?
Well, I mean, if you notice, right, as it relates to the real estate people, right? You have Andrew Ones, you have Juliet Ones, right? And of course, even Donald Trump, even Thank you. Go no further.
Okay,
there you go.
Okay. Can we speak about the super city?
Ah, I see where you're going.
So you see what happened? You see everything starts to intertwine.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
People are not just coming from the deportee, they pick up on the streets, even the people who are in prison.
Yes.
And American prison is not like Jamaican prison where they just put them there and feed them. They train them to do something.
So basically, let me see if because I want the people to follow you, because it seems like you're speaking that they might be a part of a clandestine plan.
All right. Okay. So these people are trained to do a lot of skills. So those players know that they are capable of working in construction. And the top player just mentioned he always involved in using people for pretty much as slave labor. You can say that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm following you.
So we need to look at that too, especially going there talking about building super city. Jamaica does not have the amount of skilled worker to work in that. If you're gonna bring these people and say you're gonna just let them go in society, remember, the Minister of Security says that.
That's what he said.
They're gonna be up and about.
That's what he said.
Exactly. So why not? We can't look at it that this is one of the player who is gonna build. Remember, it's not too long ago they issue license for casino.
You're quite interesting, Carl.
Casino all over the place.
Because let me say something here. Right? I don't know the plan let me say that categorically clear, but I am talking about what can be done as it relates to this situation of you have 10,000 immigrants over a protracted period of time, right? Goes into a particular country, right? And if there's a situation that, okay, all right, as we said, we don't see the MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding, we don't know the detail. They can move, the government can, because here's where I'm going. You see this argument about 1 p.m. and this argument projecting Andrew Holness to be Prime Minister, you understand, for the next three more term or something like that. Exactly. It start to run in my brain that is there. You understand? A real clandestine plan to do what? Because and this is it. If you notice, is it a situation that Andrew Holness is trying to create some voting blocks for himself? And guess what? Donald Trump, right? Because they are corrupt alike, you know. They are crony capitalists. You understand? They are trying to preserve themselves and preserve the criminal status quo. You understand? To do everything to keep out the People's National Party out of power. You understand? Because they want to manipulate the resources of the Caribbean. And Andrew Holness now is there, right? To cash in on it. You understand? So when I look, right, this also, and I'm not saying that it is, but it can be used, you understand, to say, okay, all right, if we are going to make these people citizens, it's simple. If they become citizens, they now have the right to vote. So I am saying that our people, are we looking in terms of what slowly bleeding out to us? Because again, let me just, you know, because I love your conversation. When you know, Crab, right, Horace Chance said that 25 will be coming in every 2 weeks. Now, the United States is not going to, you understand, waste resources and waste capital injection in flying a jet with only 25 persons every 2 weeks. So that is not feasible.
Definitely not.
It is not feasible. So what is it? What is it? And let us ask the question. Is it 10,000, 20,000, 30,000? We don't know. And so then while we are struggling, right? Andrew Holness now is, because he's planning ahead, you know, because he knows the dark cloud over him head and knows that anyone get out of governance, he is going to prison. No two way about that.
Without a doubt.
No two way about that. And this is one of the reasons, all right. Carla, let me hear a reason now, really serious.
Sure.
The situation with Andrew Wheatley. The PSOJ, I am wondering what sort of benefit the PSOJ, right, is getting from Andrew Holness corruption. And they are getting a lot. They are getting a lot. Now, let me say something to you. You notice that the PSOJ don't come out and speak one word pertaining to the situation with Andrew Wheatley.
It's in Andrew Holness' office. So it's gonna, none of them are gonna come out and say anything.
The PSOJ is silent. You notice that? Right? And this is telling me that their silence simply means that they endorsed what Andrew Holness had done.
Of course.
Because they are getting the benefit. As a matter of fact, look at this. See, he had promoted Brian Jordan, right? Or Adam Stewart, one of them, right? To be this big economic executive. Now, this is the man that hold a chokehold over beach access. This is the man who denied many Jamaicans of beach access. Look at that. Look at that. Right? So when I see that, okay, here is Andrew Owners hugging up someone, right, who denying Jamaican beach access and other hoteliers, not only him, right? And yet he's at the end as it relates to sitting on big committees, you name it, spread off himself, right, and denying Jamaican beach access. And not only that, Carla, right, in Sandal St. Lucia, right, employees there, because it's a different government, they're allowed to take tip. In Jamaica, non-Jamaican that work in the Sandals chain cannot take tip, but it goes further than that. The man make sure say him design one big no tip pin for the workers them. One big no tip pin for the workers them. So them not forget tip. So it goes to show you, you understand that under these men regime is a slavery empire that they are running. A modern slavery empire. You understand? A modernized plantation that they are running. And the hotel industry is that slave plantation. If people don't realize.
And all these ads of show you that those resume for Andrew Onis appeals to what the big man of this place is needed.
Okay. Here you go, sir.
All the resume you have there.
Yes.
Appeals to this one.
Exactly.
So you have the real puppet to do whatever he wants to do.
All right. Love the argument.
But anything.
Yes.
Anything it takes to keep him in office. Just like how you want to be in office here too.
Yes, yes. All right, but we go run left you now and give somebody else a chance because a lot of people are calling. Here. Right, blessings. Blessings. All right. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Hello, my dear. How you doing?
Oh my, sir. I've been wanting to talk to you.
All right.
How are you?
I'm very much good. And you and your family, how you are doing?
I am good. So I realize you're a neighbor in Canada. I grew up, I'm Jamaican.
Yes.
Seaga McDonald, Jamaican. I grew up in Canada.
Oh, okay.
I lived at, you know where Birchmont and Shepherd is?
Which province are you, that is?
Scarborough, GTA.
Oh no, I am not in the GTA.
Oh, okay. You're where are you? Calgary or something?
Yes, basically.
Oh, okay. So for me, but right now I'm mainly in Jamaica because I have grown kids. Like my kids are, older now. My son is gonna be 33 August. My daughter gonna be 29.
Yes.
So I did tell them when they reach certain age, I was gonna spend more time here and do the back and forth thing. I was fortunate to ease off the bills.
All right.
Once you're there, you're stuck. And if you have a plan, if you don't put it in play, you don't fulfill your destiny. You know. So at the end of the day, I was lucky to pull out from just before COVID. I started more spending time here because I also had a mother that was older age, took her, and then she had Alzheimer's and so forth. So I was the one who was power of attorney, so I have all of that to deal with. So I was more doing the back and forth from 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just giving you an idea that you're talking to somebody that is a good person because there's a lot of sheep in this country that is of different mindset and playing the field and don't care one bit about Jamaicans.
Yeah, that's true.
Them oneself. So I'm gonna tell you. Also, Wayne is somebody that I communicate with, and I send him a lot of stuff. And Carlos Jamaica, I've been on his live a few times. Him and I are close to as well. So I would share information with them so they can use it and have that discussion. And so forth, because I myself don't have the platform, because if I have it, the things I would say and think, then probably come to me, because I'm not done with the foolishness, what's going on, And, but anyhow, I'm also on the baseball association board. I'm on the executive board, so we're trying to build up baseball proper here. So that's another thing. But we can get in that conversation another time.
Yes.
The reason I know you're busy. The reason for my call, I know Wayne have his perspective on situation. I myself have it too. What I have a problem with, I don't see what Mark Golden is doing. I'll tell you the truth. The first time I voted here was when I voted for Mr. Grandis for JLP. And the reason why I voted for him at the time, he said that he was going to do the water and deal with all the stuff in Riversdale. This is the in St. Catherine up from Bogwalk, Riversdale, right? So the things that he said he was going to do, I was on it. And it's my first time ever voting Jamaica because, like I said, I grew up over there. Now, for the general election, I voted for Mr. Golden, thinking that things would change, even though I was doubting him because I find that he was just too mushy a bit with Andrew and them. And then what I didn't like with them during the period of the campaign, they had no one in the office you can call and talk to. Because as I was encouraging them to do some town hall meetings, I was able to talk to the MP on this side and also he has a funeral home in Westmoreland, Mr. What's his name again? What's the other MP? And he lost though, but he has a funeral home in Westmoreland. I don't know if you remember who I'm talking. I forgot his name. He had a podcast as well that he did some live. When I remember the name, I'll tell you.
Okay.
So he's somebody I communicate with, and Isaac,
Yeah.
But like I said, my problem with this, let me take my time because I'm so happy that I was able to get you. So let me take my time so we can talk about this in detail.
But hold on. You have to remember that a lot of people, right, is calling in the background, so I can't give you that amount of time, right? But
are you on live?
Yes, I'm on a live.
Oh my God, I didn't realize. So are you had me on live?
Yeah, but you call a live show.
Oh Jesus, I didn't realize. I'm so sorry.
All right.
I am so sorry. Oh my God.
All right. So
yeah, I gave a lot of info. I didn't realize. Wow, we have to talk though.
Yeah. But
so you couldn't scratch out anything.
No. But I mean, a lot of people. As a matter of fact, you have more than couple thousand people hear your information. But let me say this in terms of just right, my perception, right, and I heard what you said. But I know that Mark Golden had done a lot, right, as it relates to, bring issues in the court, right? And many people may not aware of it, right? Many is
No, let me say this.
Yes.
Right? Let me say this. If you're going in a fight as a Chihuahua to a pit bull, you need to go fully active. What I see happening, I don't see anything. An opposition is supposed to be opposing certain things.
All right, but hold on. All right, hold on, sister. Hold on, my sister. Because you use a terminology, right? Like if you're going as a Chihuahua to a pit bull, I don't know what that terminology would really mean. If I don't know if you are saying that Mark Golden is the Chihuahua, because if you are saying that since you are saying that Mark Golden is the Chihuahua always beat up the pit bull. So I don't understand that. Okay. So every case that the Chihuahua bring, right, in the court against the pit bull has not won one.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't understand it.
No, what I'm trying to say, we can all sit and we can talk and go back and forth about this, right?
Okay.
The main thing right now is Jamaica is in a deplorable state as far as everything is concerned.
Yes.
So what is it now that persons, because Mark Golden is in Parliament, And I really don't see what he's doing. I don't see the purpose.
Hold on, sister, hold on, sister, let me say certain things to you in terms of understanding, in terms of how the parliament function and how certain laws pass. One of the things that many people don't understand, right, is the way our laws, right, work through the parliament. You have two processes. You have one as it relates to a simple majority rule. And you have another process as it relates to 2/3 majority. So I want people to get this, Now, Mark Golding, the opposition, right, only have 28 members. So any laws that is going to require a simple majority, Mark Golding cannot stop it. The PNP cannot stop it. It is constitutionally designed. So again, if people lack this understanding, you understand, people are going to see Mark Golding, that Mark Golding, this and Mark Golding doing that without understand.
Hold on.
Yes.
There's human rights, right? And there's a country that's out of control. And there is madness that's happening. And there's a time when the white flag has to lift, and whatever left in the monarchy or whatever needs to that rope needs to draw.
Okay, all right. Since you're talking about, hold on. So let me correct you on that again. Since you talk about human rights crisis, right? The human rights of which you speak, they have all the report. You understand? Because, and I don't want to go through certain detail. They have all the reports. So if you are talking about that, guess what? That's already done. That is already done. They have all the reports. So this is what I'm saying again, that if you notice, Andrew Holness in Parliament, as it relates to the current administration, has not passed one constitutional bill. If you notice that, because guess what? He doesn't have the 2/3 majority. And he has to go through Mark Golding. He has not passed one, not one, zero.
So what my thing is now, right? Why is it that decisions were made? Jamaica is, we know the crime in Jamaica is a problem, and Jamaica is also on the US list as a non-visit country as being dangerous.
Yes.
So why is it that this country, it's allowed for the exposing of bringing in these criminals? And
okay, all right, my sister, let me just address you with this, and then we give other callers, because other callers, let me just address this last item with you. Number one, this thing as it relates to 10,000 non-Jamaicans, right, that is going to probably over a protracted period merge within the general population, right? This is another corrupted administration as it relates to the United States, Donald Trump administration. You understand? Doing it with other Caribbean countries. You understand? And if you have government.
Remember, the Caribbean is under thing there, the Commonwealth, right?
Yes. So
that certain things.
Yes.
And it is indoctrinated, like it.
Okay, I think
that cannot change, and certain rules to make certain changes cannot change. So I don't.
No, sister. Listen. And I want you to go and do your research. Donald Trump continued to breach international laws. It has nothing to do with Jamaica to hold Donald Trump responsible. Jamaica can't, no Caribbean countries can hold Donald Trump responsible. None, not one. The international laws that Donald Trump is breaching is the international body who's supposed to hold him accountable. No Caribbean country. Well, okay, when Donald Trump using whatever weapons to blow up fishermen, right? In sea. No Caribbean countries can hold him accountable, my dear. They can't. Come on, they can't. So let me just run and take another call, all right? Okay,
All right.
cool. All right. So, and let me say this categorically clear, right? For people who, and I get it as it relates to people concerned, right? But again, you have to go through, right, your civic lesson and understand as it relates to certain things. Let me just take this call. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Mystic, can you hear me?
Blessings, yes.
Yeah, man. I think what the caller is trying to say is with Mark Golding. You know, he's trying to say that.
Speak up a little louder.
Aggressive. Yeah, he's trying to say he needs to be more aggressive. You know.
Yes.
Like say, like example, like even the other day they asked him about what they think about Andrew Wheatley. Example, he should like really want to say if you don't set down, you should be go to jail. These are the things that we need, like hold on, Mystic. All of what he earned should be taken away from him as well.
Okay, all right. Hold on, Carl, because I'm going to answer to your first statement that based on what you said. You said Mark Golding should come out and said if he doesn't step down, he should go to jail. Right? One of the first thing that you are now circumventing. You're circumventing what we call a due process, and you can't circumvent a due process. Remember that this man, right, is in the initial state, the investigation completed, and there's a recommendation as it relates to the prosecution. So what Mark Golding had done, Mark Golding had spoken on it, and Mark Golding had spoken at the level where he's supposed to speak. In terms of speaking to Andrew Holness, saying that he must not be tolerated in the cabinet. And that is the level that he needs to speak. So people again have to understand the politics. So this is it, you know. This is the problem that we have. Right? And I am not saying that people are not to ask the questions and that they want to, you understand, get to some level of understanding. That's fine. I don't have a problem with that. But again, there is what we call due process. And you can see that the process started. One of the biggest situations is that we leap over the bounds where the corruption prosecutor, right, now look on the completion of the case and said, yes, we are going to prosecute. Let me just take this call. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mystic.
Good afternoon, my dear.
And all in the chat and who is listening, Mystic.
Yes.
We have no mercy for the merciless.
Talk of the things, no man.
None. We have no white flag.
No.
Okay. Our people who were unalived, our people in broad daylight, in a darkness, our people when I know where to live.
Yes.
If you Albania, the Albanian people and their corrupt government, the people them all the Albanian corrupt government to task with the same Trump administration and the Israeli colonizers, them come with them money and them wickedness to take over the people, them land and expel them from their land and do what they want to do. Albania says no.
Exactly.
Jamaica says no.
Says no.
No, N-O. You hear what we say? N-O. And you own is no. That's why unraveling.
Yes.
You know, so I'm not going mistaken. So the man I called, shut up. You're a bully. Look at this. This is the Prime Minister.
But that was a total meltdown.
This is the Prime Minister where they talk about a pit bull. Hey, yes, you're right. You're right. The Chihuahua always win. Because he little but he
Exactly.
You know, hey, don't get me upset today, you know, because, okay, take a stick a spin.
Yeah.
China is the sources that are out. If you see what them are come with on a spin round, they know that China have within Belt and Road or whatever program when go into every country with infrastructure.
Yeah, man, in BRI, Belt and Road Initiative. Belt and Road Initiative.
Belt and Road Initiative.
Yes.
When China coming to Jamaica, China not perfect, you know, don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But when China come to Jamaica, how much years we need road access from Kingston to Montego Bay, and from Montego Bay to Kingston, and for the whole island? How many years now we did not have access?
Thank you, and I love how you mentioned that point. Love how you mentioned that point, and I am 100% right in agreement with you.
That's a one. Remember,
yes.
Railway, Jamaica Railway Corporation, make all the people did have NHT house.
Yes.
From driver to guardsman to brakesman to railwayman line. Me not forget. Listen, they do not know who when God put people in certain places for reasons where they don't understand. When did he come and he said, it is time. Remember, when he's ready, you have to move, Misty.
Of
you
course.
have to do what he put in place.
Yes.
And Jamaica is no different.
There you go.
Our people had 400 plus years of enslavement. Almighty God allow it. We are a resilient people. Mystic. You remember when we used to talk about fraternation, consideration, moderation, all of them ration there. If you remember where you coming from, we are come from a pilot. Yeah, water power we head from spring to pipe side when they call it standpipe.
Yes.
We made in a bathroom to be using inside bathroom. Me a talk about me poor people them.
Yes.
Me a talk about the majority of Jamaican citizens. We are from black origin.
Talk of the truth, no man.
Me not talk about long hair pretty people.
Talk of the truth, my sister. Talk of the truth this morning. Talk it up.
Who don't want me telling you, they don't know what is coming. But
tell them.
Believe what me say. There are many manly people where God put in a manly family to train.
Huh?
They were not perfect either, but they did their due diligence for years like this. Because you see what me see? Some of them in the same elite and the private sector, they must never forget. See, the same black man and the poor man used to plant and harvest for them big now. When they had them big old Grace Kennedy and them big old this and them big old that. They must remember. So when China run from factory with banana and plant and come down orange, well, they must remember. When they dig out the river, bed them, and I said, son of man used to dig it up till them a big.
Talk of a thing, sister. Me hear the passion in your voice. Me hear the passion in your voice.
Hell no. When my daddy Stewart must remember where them are come from, every single one of them. There is a history that doesn't lie, or them lie. And then things are because they sit them up upon them big money and a mock it up and them are in a, what they calling janitorial service. A wash and a mop up every week. Whereas and I'm gonna talk about their money, they sit up on them big fat money things, it will go save them.
Yes.
When the Almighty God get ready, them have to move. Because poor people blood are running in Jamaica.
Hey.
Poor people pick
sister.
Their bed without food.
Well on the sister.
Poor people picking out, they don't have no education, no can read or write. Poor people don't have no way to
I love how my sister go on this morning.
Don't make me talk, yeah. Almighty God.
Yes, ma'am.
It'll come.
It'll come.
And then can't stop it.
And then can't stop it, judgment.
But if you are Jew,
can't stop it.
There is Gentiles. The Bible tell you about every single nation, people's tongues, tribes, language of the world.
Yes.
Before God. So when they see for them, all right, up there, and come on, we are going with criminal.
Talk to things them.
With criminal because China have for them own system. When they say they use them on the Belt and Road Initiative, people who they rehabilitated in them prison and they send them go work, they still disciplined. We don't know if them going on Jamaica and a pedophile and then I send nobody to come kill or rape and do nothing to nobody out there, then come to their work. Because they get around with the dragon.
Exactly.
So, me not say, me promote China, you know, me talk truth what we see. And the record is there. It's not propaganda, it's not none the false news or fake news. Many of them, so when look at it, away them. Then believe and then we pay them, then trust it, and then we pay later. We should United States do not to Jamaica like that.
Talk about them, sister.
They don't go brain drain Jamaica when Jamaican come for our United States, them have to clean dirty floor. Without papers and now they catch them now and I talk about them is illegal. After they done work, some of them out. No left on them to come back to Jamaica. What they come back there with? Some of them don't even have life. Whatever come, they can't do. And the people them out there, there's lots of workmen out there not on the work. There's lots of skilled people out there not on the work. Look how long he would have done and the man don't spend no money. The capital budget don't spend.
The capital budget don't spend. No road now fix.
And now you not come talk about bridge.
You understand?
Budget could have built bridge.
Come on. No road now fix. You understand? They look at one bridge one fix in one thing.
And I come and talk about think about it if it is done 4 years later. The money sit down there where you are doing it.
Exactly. You know say one madman this. You say one madman this.
No compound mystic and no white flag.
Okay.
No retreat.
No surrender. Remember me tell you. Oh, what do you? Yo, me love my sister. Yo, me love my sister. Me love my sister going to bed. Oh, what do you? What do you, man?
Mark Golden doing his job that he's allowed to do by the Almighty God.
There you go, my sister.
Miss Little Chihuahua. Oh, me that talk about it the other day, you know. You remember at the diaspora conference.
Yes.
With this full action of Andrew shows Andrew done.
Exactly.
In front of the diaspora, look how Andrew, look on the man up there talk about. We will remember you. Oh, and disrespecting the opposition, which is what? It's a constitutional right for the man, did it?
Exactly.
So if you are going to treat your constitution and your opposition so, then United States now going to use it like a puppet and a dog.
Exactly. It's just common sense.
Move over there.
It's just common sense.
Move, dog. Then you know, see the wife did that treat Angela Burgess. You know, sister, them displaying the characteristics.
Exactly.
Wanna don't get me upset today, Wanna talk up truth and speak truth, rights and justice.
Yes.
No justice, no peace.
Let me tell you something, sister. Let me tell you this.
Sure.
Let me tell you this. All right. Let me speak to the globe. I may speak to Jamaica. I may speak to the diaspora. Don't believe. And that's why it's when time you come, right? Mystic sensation. We don't have no fear to speak to anyone, no matter who or educated he is. Mystic sensation have that ability and that capacity. You understand? Because we beat and teach. And no matter how you come, we are going to tell you and we are going to push back. You understand? And don't believe that you can use psychology or reverse psychology. Right? When it comes to mystic sensation, when it comes to Titan, particular, as a matter of fact, you see, the Titan boss, that's why I love how we lonesome is. Love how we lonesome. You understand?
No retreat, no
retreat, no surrender. And
Wheatley, no. Let's touch on Wheatley.
Yes.
Come off. Andrew Wheatley is not just yesterday, no. Look at the date. From when to when the IC is been investigating Andrew Wheatley and waiting for Andrew Wheatley to confirm his income against his expenses
exactly.
and let them them find all these things. Me hear one talk about in lawyers going man. I said, may I listen to him about them about do forensic. I see
forensic.
A deep forensic
analysis,
audit of Andrew Wheatley.
Hold on, the sister. Since the lawyers them talk about forensic, you see what I'm going to show when we touch the Andrew Wheatley thing. Me never tell the liar themselves to run out with them forensic. You understand? Me I go tell the liar to run out, go and run out with them. What kind of forensic? The fact of the matter.
It's already done. It is already done. Any forensic, then they have to go to Deloitte and Touch. Or one of the international one
I want to take them.
I see put out there.
I want to take them.
Hey, who do think when they think in the PNP or the People's National Party camp? Who they think is in there is not brainwashed people, are educated people who stand strong for the people nationally. We not talk about because you're GLP and PNP because the rain when it falling or fall upon PNP house alone.
Talk about thing, mommy.
Every Jamaican house.
Here you go.
And when me talk about with Wheatley, when Wheatley find himself in it, him stand up in a parliament and say, and everybody that will affect and not just him.
Well, look here, sister. Hold on. What happened there now in terms of the message what Wheatley is sending in, right, is saying that the powers that be, please don't try to save me. Because if you don't save me, you understand, it is going to have a ripple effect, a domino effect. That was what he was saying to them,
And your onus is in the same boat like Wheatley.
Hello.
When they run going at the courthouse and trying to tarnish more the justice system. The justice system is under the double, triple, quadruple eye. And they better know so when they under, they cannot mess because this come under the Constitution.
Yes.
And this they think the King of England and the House in England is going to sit down and what Donald Trump come down the line saying a king.
Yes.
King Charles III, it speak in the Italian parliament, said there is only one king.
All right.
And how much he fears the money, not Donald Trump.
Okay.
And he go in at the House of Congress and he tell them that this is not the same Boston Tea Party. What overthrew in great-grandfather. So they better know themselves. Donald Trump come with the antics. Donald Trump just make sure that the U.S. embassy can tell the truth to the Jamaican people. Because them things are because we not run to the street yet.
All right.
A volcano bubble. When volcano bubble, just come out, spill out. But when it spill,
make them know lava.
It take everything.
Lava.
We do not touch God people. We don't leave me people there, make them survive. As you remember Jimmy Cliff said, the harder they come.
Yes.
The harder they fall one and all. So the rebellion them better know themselves, go back on all.
All right.
Go have a good afternoon.
Love you, my sister. Walk good, my sister. Love you, man. All right, what a call. I love this call. But it goes to education. And people, right, like this call, really fully aware, right? And that's why I say to them, listen to me. A lot of people, right, curse me out because them claim say, you understand, PNP can't run for me, and Mark Golding can't run for me. But I mean, if you are telling lies, what you want me to do? If you are telling lies and spreading propaganda, what you want me to do? I don't tell lie. How PJ Patterson sell a Jamaica, PJ Patterson sell this, PJ Patterson sell that, right? And the thing is, is one of my sisters who called me and said, Mystic Sensation, say over yesterday said this, all of them things down, blah, blah, blah. Is it true? I'm say, sister, don't worry yourself. I am coming out, and I am coming out with the facts. And when we come out with the facts and show them, you understand, who the seller is, and show them, okay, all right, PJ Patterson in 1995, you understand, say tata to IMF, you understand, and remember when PJ Patterson went in, you understand, as it relates to reducing the debt per GDP ratio, PJ Patterson stood there, and that is one of the reasons why people don't understand why did PJ had gotten 18 years. Ask yourself the question. You think that if PJ sat there in Jamaica in those years and not doing anything, he could have spent 18 years on a use of common sense, man. Sure. Yes, Carla, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Mr. Mystic, how are you, sir?
I'm good, my dear. I'm good, my dear. Thank you for calling. Really appreciate it.
You're quite welcome. I'm here reading the chat.
Yes.
And I'm listening, you know, ever since, especially since the last election. And a lot of people saying, rise up, do this, do that.
Yes.
And if they want, I saw it happen recently. In Jamaica, they want people to come march and nobody turn up. So why talk if you're not going to put stuff in action? And people, I've never voted in Jamaica and I have no intention of doing so either, right? I am neither PNP nor GLP, okay? Yes. All I need to see is the best that takes place that's gonna take place for people who are suffering in Jamaica. Why make all this noise? And when you guys are supposed to get together, you don't do it. If I have to come to Jamaica, if people decided to stand up in Jamaica, I'll be one of the first one on the plane coming down there to Jamaica. I was one of the first one leaving America to come down to Jamaica when we have the hurricane. But everybody's talking, but no one is doing anything. You understand? I'm not for no parties in Jamaica. I'm for the people. I don't care about parties. I care about the people. I care about the people in the Melissa who still living outdoors. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm letting you guys know. If you think it's only the PNP suffering, you're wrong. I get information from Jamaica only because I can't let down the person who tell it to me or send me certain things. Okay?
Yes.
People, stop just talking. You're talking. Are you gonna put something together? I promise you, I would be on the first flight out to stand with you guys. But I remember a couple months ago, I think it was either on Mr. Radigan show or Mr. Mystic show. People said to us abroad, why don't you come down here and do it? Why should we come down there and do it? And you sit on your butts down there. A lot of people sit on their butts, refusing to step out and step to the government. Why? He's not God. He's not your father. He doesn't pay you. He doesn't blow breath in your body. You got to stand up, guys. Yes. We stand up. I stand up in this country where I'm living before. Oh, and we take down that person so fast, it was a shame. Because this man tells his people to go out there and to meet what your God or meet your maker or whatever, or the judge. Totally wrong. You people don't say it's wrong. But then I see somebody calling and people on the live was really cutting that person down. That person really didn't understand. And I'm quite sure that person is going to walk away learning something today.
Yes.
Okay? So if you guys decide that, hey, we're going to stand for our rights, I'll be the first one out.
Thank you.
To Jamaica.
Thank you, my
sister.
sister.
With you guys.
Thank you.
Okay?
All right.
All right, my dear?
Yes.
Mr. Mystic, have a blessed day. People
Same to you, my dear.
It's all about love. It's
all
not
right.
hatred I'm talking, okay? It's about love. And it's about stand up. Stand firm. You think he can take down so many Jamaicans who's going to go up against him? You think the police can go out there? Some police, I should say, and unalive all of you. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Mr. Mystic?
Yes,
have
my
a blessed day.
blessings.
Let me go back and listen, sir.
All right, blessings. All right. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead. Hello. You're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead. Okay, this caller, I don't know. What happened to this caller? Not getting this call at all. Okay. So let me say this. And when I say that, you know, our court system, the jurisprudence is tight, right? Let me just take this call. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Hello, Mystic.
Yes, my brother. Bless up yourself. How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, man. Go and talk to me.
Mystic.
Yes, my brother.
About Wheatley thing. You get cornered too. Last night when I saw you illustrate that the whole thing.
Yes.
He has done money laundering too.
Yes.
In terms of the bank should be taking in consideration with this, you know. They loan him a big money and he pay it back quickly.
All right. Hold on. Stop there, caller. Stop there, caller. Because, and this is one of the reasons why I got the evidence from the Integrity Commission report, and I'm going to show and I'm going to push hard, very hard, as it relates to what we are seeing, as it relates to BNS with money laundering, with Wheatley. So I have that that I'm going to show again, right, and show the world, right. So I make sure I get the tabulation in terms of the date and the time.
That's why the IC went into that investigation. So they have put,
yes.
They have put investigators.
Yes.
You notice how they did what's his name? Bonus says things though.
Yes.
Because with his money structuring and all that things.
There you go.
And that's plain money laundering.
Plain money laundering.
These guys are so big and sort of educated and they don't know what.
All right. Hold on the caller. You see, when I saw that, I said to myself, oh, this man really attained a PhD.
Yeah, what PhD?
Because
come on, man.
him totally put the handcuff. Him totally put the handcuff on himself based on the transaction. Totally put the handcuff on himself.
Yeah, because they put in even oldness with the structure in those places, not putting in the money in, and they're not no taxes for it, nothing like that. It's clear. Look how it's like here now. Then it's strong down to that place, FID.
Yes.
Nothing can become out because it's sitting down on it. They're sitting down on it. You know.
All right, and that is one of the reasons why. You understand? I continue to tout the FID in saying that, look, if you did have something that vindicate the Prime Minister, right? You would have sent it to Big Mama. You understand? Andrew Wallace would have gotten it. But guess what? What Geico Lizard is looking on over there is so overwhelming that, trust me, it have him echoing his silence. He can't speak.
I can't see why the Prime Minister still and the SOJ don't come down on him and say, listen, you have to relinquish this post for now, you know?
Yes.
Until nobody ever see it, until justice pass. Because it's plain. The IC has done a very, very good job.
Yes, I believe so.
You know?
Wonderful job.
IC don't have no teeth to you know, and they need to put a teeth in it.
All right. Hold on, caller. All right, I said something because even yesterday, and I went on Rattigan's program, and I said on the program that I believe that going forward, right, the Integrity Commission investigators, right, should be equipped with prosecutorial powers, where they themselves can investigate, you understand, and charge him and take him into the court.
Look at this thing. They have to recommend him for Wheatley and the illicit enrichment. They recommend him charge. They can't do it themselves.
Exactly.
What's his name? The DPP will stand it again.
Yes.
She's not going to come up with nothing. Believe me.
You know? No. Hold on. No. Hold on. I think you're you're not understanding the process as it relates to what happened with Wheatley. All right, let me just explain something to you. Right, there is a couple mediums that you can use to go directly into the court. The DPP is one, which the DPP is the highest prosecutorial order. You understand? The DPP can give a fiat to any respective persons in the law enforcement agency. You understand? To prosecute a case. Now, what happened? Also, you have to understand that the corruption prosecutor, right, also have a fiat. So when we talk about the Integrity Commission, right, the Integrity Commission, right, as it relates to the corruption prosecutor has that fiat to prosecute the case. So this case is not going through the DPP now. No, not going through the DPP. So the DPP, you understand, as the authority where the DPP can take it over if the DPP want to take it over. The DPP as the authority, you understand, to initiate a case, right, and put a case to its conclusion. However, right, as it relates to the fiat being given to the corruption prosecutor, right, the corruption prosecutor now use her medium in now putting the case now into the judiciary. That is what is happening. So the DPP has nothing to do with this. So you understand?
Right. I hope so, because
yeah, the DPP has nothing to
I know that.
Yes.
You know? But I'll say he get cornered, and the Prime Minister get cornered too.
Yes.
I don't know where waiting so long, you know?
Exactly.
Because what they bring is facts at the table, they show it at it, the whole book, you know, and so forth. Both of them.
All right. There's no way. All right. For me, as an experienced person, looking at what I am looking on, even if him have 10 lawyers in his pocket, him just can't beat it. Honestly. It is. Look. Blessings, my brother. Yeah, blessings, my brother. All right. Hold on. Sister Winnie, call me now. Let me just see if we can get Sister Winnie number. Hold on. Oh, let me get to this one. Oh, yes, Sister Winnie, call back. All right. Yes, Sister Winnie. You're on. Talk to me, Sister Winnie.
Mr. Mystic.
How you doing, my dear? All right.
And everyone, listen to me about time now. We let the UK government and all the newspapers in the UK know that Jamaica is importing rapists, murderers, and into Jamaica, and 10,000 and more. And we should do that to Canada and every country. Let them know, because Jamaica will not be safe. Because these are rapists. Ruby, or what his name said so. It's come up the earth. So why are we taking them into Jamaica? I've got my niece and they want to come to Jamaica the next month. And I'm going to tell them, no, you can't go. Because this is what's going on. And every newspaper and TV station to know what's all done. He's the Prime Minister. He got to say yes. Any deal, yes or no, and he said yes to a nasty stinking deal. Why did they do that to Jamaica? Just because of his criminal background, the US got on him. That's why he couldn't say no.
Him can't say no, Sister Winnie, because you understand, Donald Trump and Marco Rubio have him. Can't say no.
Children going to be at risk. Even taxi drivers going to pick up a passenger now. And next thing, they put all of the passengers in the taxi driver.
All
because they're going to run out of money.
All possibilities exist, Sister Winnie. All possibilities exist. This is madness.
I think every country should know what owners have done. Every country.
Yes.
Every newspaper. And I wish I would know how to do it, you know. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, we are highlighting it, you know, we are highlighting it, you know, Sister Winnie. So the international media, right? And globally speaking, people made aware.
God, no man, it's I don't because my sisters them in the UK don't know anything. It's not telling them. And they, but you know, no, I tell everybody, I've got my niece, my nephew, my every family, I tell them.
All right, and Sister Winnie, help share out the live to many people as you can.
Oh, I shared to about 30 person already.
All right. All right.
Oh, this is getting too bad. No, it's got to go.
Yes.
It's got to go.
Hustle.
Listen, how come the wife have 300 apartments? Where she get the money? She's another one too. Is on the list of being, earning beyond her means.
Well, Sister Winnie, may I hear some things there? So that certain things won't come out with her, it's just a matter of time. But I am not even going to speak any further on it.
She's got to be on the list.
What a bangarang. Lord. Hey. Judgment.
Listen to me, no man, Jamaica, even their own supporters now keeping quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I heard this one called Chapa Jana, what it talking about is a disgrace.
May I have him here, man? May I have him here? May I have him here?
Listen, are they the one who said he's number one, he's the best? Is this?
Mm-hmm.
He's number one, he's more than number one. That man thief. He can't stop thieving, it's in his blood.
Lord Jesus. No.
He won't, I think he would thief milk out of coffee.
No, man, in worse than that, you know.
Okay, and I said, I hear. I meant to say hello to your dad yesterday, but when I get to talk about honest, I get
I know.
You tell your dad I love him, yeah?
All right,
okay.
All right. Bless up yourself, Sister Winnie. All right, cool. All right. Carla, I miss you. Carla, Carla. So as we talk about confidence, and let me tell you something, Jamaica. Let me show you that the momentum is building up. Right? When I say that the momentum is building up, right? The momentum is building up. The JFJ, and I must say, right, JFJ, big up yourself for this. The JFJ had come out. Let me show Jamaica where the JFJ came out and speaking up as it relates to the thing with Wheatley here. So here it is, Jamaica. JFJ Giants call for Wheatley's immediate removal. Let me just take this call because remember saying, we're multitask, Yes, caller. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, yes, Mystic Sensation calling back.
Yes. Good day. Is that live you're doing right now?
Yes, I'm on live.
Okay.
Oh, you want
I'm calling about the petition, Marvin's petition.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I just want a little bit of advice about it. Because I noticed it's been going very slow, and I gather that people are not encouraging the signing of the petition. So,
all right.
That's what I'm actually calling to talk about.
Okay, all right. Because the thing that you asked me, is that you automatically is now, putting me in trouble in terms of, when I speak the truth against it, right? You have people upset and people, right? But let me say this to you. I am just going to give you information as what to do, what you need to do, and then make yourself aware. All right. What I want you to do right now on your phone. Google if a petition can remove.
No, yes, I know a petition won't remove a government.
Yes.
I know that.
Okay.
I know that there would have to be a vote of confidence vote with
okay, all right. So you're on the right track. Yes.
Party.
Yes, you're on the right track.
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm thinking that signing the petition to say that 100,000 people disagree with what you're doing can look good on your part.
Okay, all right. You see, on that basis,
so I would encourage.
All right, you see, on that basis. All right,
yes.
hold on, my sister.
Yes.
You see, on that basis, as it relates to the 100 signatures, because we have to get the objective now. What is the objective for some people? If some people believe that okay, the petition, you understand, can remove the government, well, no, it can't. Okay, if you want the petition to be signed, right, to say okay, all right, this amount of signature going against the government, right, it doesn't look good, right, and whatever can come of it, you understand, so let it be. You understand? Yeah, fine, sign it.
And I believe that something can come of this, because even members in the JLP,
yes,
maybe they can look at it and say, wait, 100,000 people saying this don't look good enough.
Yeah, all right.
This man gonna make we win no more election, and maybe that would rile them up to come up against him too.
All right. You see what you said there?
You
see what you said there? It can be impactful in that regards. No two way about that.
Right.
It can be. So let Mystic Sensation say that, right? So I want people to understand, right, as it relates to my stand on it, dealing with people. So me no want to go say, well, Mystic Sensation are hypocrite, you know.
Right.
Listen, there are two situations here. If you believe, right, that the petition can remove the Prime Minister, I am saying for those who believe that, no, it cannot happen.
No.
All right. For persons who believe that, okay, galvanize, yes, galvanize, right, and let us put something out there as it relates to how it can, you understand, impact on the government negatively, you understand, in whatever ways. Yes, go ahead and sign it. I don't have nothing against that.
Definitely would be a negative impact on the government.
Yes. I don't have nothing against that. Nothing against
I'm thinking that since to sign the petition, I don't think it take more than a minute or two.
But but hear the thing, sister. Hear the thing, sister. And let me say this categorically clear. You understand? I signed the petition, you know.
Yes.
Right? If you look on it, you see my name on it.
Yeah,
right?
I know that you would sign it. I know that you would sign it.
But okay, so I signed the petition based on my objective and my reason why I signed the petition.
Right. Yes.
So now and then when people might hear I speak, you understand, in terms of giving people the information to say, all right, for those who believe that the petition can remove the Prime Minister, you understand, it can't. You understand? But again, if you want to have an impact as it relates to a social movement within the society, you understand that, okay, we are not accepting what the Prime Minister is doing. Exactly, and increase awareness, it can.
Right. So I'm encouraging everybody on every platform should encourage the signing of the petition.
Yes.
You let the listeners know, just like what you're talking to me now,
yes,
and let them know of the impact that it can have.
Yes.
You understand? Because you're going to be truthful and encourage the signing of it. Because I've signed from the first night.
Yes.
And what I do, I go around, I go to my friend's yard and make them sign it.
Yes.
Because I know that to this government, anything that do bad on this government, I am up for it.
Yes.
Clutching at straws also, just do anything that can be something
because
negative
all right,
this government. Yeah.
Your the thing is, the thing is, my sister, right?
Yeah.
All right, you're not going to have a Mystic Sensation, right? Building hopes, building the people hopes, right? To say, okay, all right, this is going to happen, because many people may not get, you understand, as it relates to the level of transparency within this thing. They want to understand, you know, what it is. And many people, because guess what? A lot of people, you understand, communicated to me, right, believing that, you understand, the petition is going to move, right, Andrew Honest. And that is on that situation that I'm responding to that situation to say, no, it cannot. You understand? But again, you have some people who had heard me responded to it, and they are claiming that, you understand, my bad mind, with this, with that.
Oh no.
You understand what I'm saying? But they don't get what I am, they don't get as it relates to what I am addressing. I am saying, okay, people need to understand that, okay, all right, if you're going to sign the petition, right, you're signing the petition based on a social movement, building an awareness. You understand? Whatever is going to happen to that in terms of it wean people, you understand, to move away from the Jamaica Labour Party, you understand, then that's fine.
Yes.
But again, if you believe that signing the petition, that the government is going to be removed, no, the petition is not for that. And so then when you bring transparency in the open like that, people will make the decision whether or not they need to sign it.
Yes.
Is that fair enough?
Yes, that's fair enough.
Okay, my sister. All right. So bless up yourself.
Man, that's all I was calling about. And thanks.
Bless up yourself, my sister. Blessings.
Yeah, man, bless up. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So here it is. JFJ Giants call for Wheatley immediate removal from cabinet after IC corruption charges. Right? So more people, civil society joining in. We know that where is, let me call them out, where is PSOJ, because you now get the sweetness of the corruption. You now get all of the beach spots, all of the beach area, and now deny beach access. Hold on, let me take the call here. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead. Hello? I think this caller is having problem in terms of might be connectivity, caller. I don't know why you're not coming through. I think this is the second time that you have called, and I am having this problem, right? Call couldn't connect. Okay. All right. Mystic Sensation Live, please go ahead.
Mystic.
Yes, my brother. How are you doing?
Afternoon, man. Good afternoon. I have two little points to make.
Yes, start to me.
You asked the question why the PSOJ don't come out and say anything.
Yes.
No, they have all the money. This 164 million is in the bank. It is with the, all these companies. So they would not come out to say anything, and probably they are encouraging to take more.
There you go. Talk about the things, man.
Benefit.
Hey, talk about the things, my brother. Talk about the things, my brother.
Yeah, the banks, the banks might give him, he might have the money in a small account, getting probably 3 or 5%. But the bank will take that $164 million and lend it out, mortgage it out at 10% and 12%.
No.
So the banks then probably encourage him, take more, take more, take more. So the PSOG is benefiting from these crooks.
I know.
So why should they come out and say anything?
There you go, sir. There you go.
Yeah. All right. The second point, I always can't talk about Liquefier, Marvin.
Yes.
No, Marvin is a good campaigner.
Yes.
And if it was me, if I was a JLP person, I would encourage Marvin to run as an independent. Because what that will do, is going to take away the PNP vote. Because most of the people who signed that petition, they are PNP. The JLP are not encouraging anybody to sign the petition.
Yes.
So, my take on the matter is Marvin should meet with Mark Golden to get an office. We're going to campaign together. I might not get no seat, but when we win the election, I want the ombudsman position. I want some position where I can take care of the people that in Jamaica.
All right.
If you run as
all right. Hold on, caller.
You take away all the votes from,
all right. Hold on, caller.
The election again.
All right. Hold on, caller. Right.
Yes,
let me say something categorically clear.
Go shoot it.
Right? Any third party narrative, Mystic Sensation is going to burn that down. I am telling you plain, any third party narrative, that is not something that Mystic Sensation is going to endorse. Point blank and period. All right?
Yeah, I see Marvin is a good campaigner, very good campaigner. He goes, wherever the people are, he goes there. So we need a person like that over on this side. But if he try run as independent, then we might lose this election again. So he should meet with Mark Golden, get a nice job when we win the election, and Bootsman, or get an office with how many people. You go within the community, see what the people want, and then you help people that way.
Well, I don't know what to be honest, I don't know Marvin if he has any ulterior motive or his initiative, right? I don't know, but I am saying as it relates to Mystic Sensation, and this is my opinion, you understand, and I'm not hiding. I am someone who plain and will talk to you in front of your face. You understand? So I'm saying, you understand that no form of third-party movement, you understand, that Mystic Sensation is going to endorse, point blank and period, over and out.
And one more little point. I mean, I hear people saying that Mark Golden is not doing enough, he's not doing enough.
Yeah.
But what I think is Mark Golden has to be this gentleman, the statesman, really. But you can't send out the bully. We have Nikisha out there. We have all these guys out there. We have a Campbell out there. I mean, these guys not easy. They can burn the fire, man.
All right, let me say something.
Like
All right, let me say something. Let me say something. Of all the accusation that people have out there against Mark Golden, and if people want to say Mystic Sensation bias, well, let it be. I honestly just can't see through any of the accusation. Because number one, what you want the man to do? Behave like a Virago in the parliament. The man have class. The man have class. And remember now, if it wasn't for Mark Golden, what people are not being mindful of, and realize that Mark Golden stopped something fundamental as it relates to Andrew Wallace going full dictatorship, as it relates to the constitutional reform, and that is one of the reasons why JLP they burn out Marlin Malawi Fort, Yeah. So people need to understand what is going on, Now, look how many, cases that Mark Golden, you understand, go take Andrew Wallace into the court, and discipline him, beat and teach him. But I mean, look here, I honestly don't see one thing. Me just can't see. Some people are talking about Mark Golden soft on him. He needs to get more aggressive and he needs to and hear what happened. You see, many of them who are talking, they don't even understand how laws pass in parliament. If they did understand all of that, you see them aggression they would have against Mark Golden. Eh?
So they probably labor right,
Well, true. I don't lie. Because me know some of them are converted labor right,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I mean, politics, have a lot of bad fella, man. So,
yeah, man. Some of
them,
them.
you have to really be on your queue with them.
All right, let me tell you a secret. Hold on before you go. Let me tell you a secret before you go. I don't want nobody else here. Enough of them begs. You understand? Because they realize everybody have find out them party corrupt. Some of them are going like some of them are going with them thing, But you are going now. Them are labor right deep down.
Right?
Labor right deep down.
Or some people on the fence.
All right. Well, me can't be on the fence.
No man can be on the fence with anything at all.
Me can't be on the fence. Me have to find a gear. All right.
You can't be on the fence. You have to defend the party. All right, Mr. Son.
Bless up yourself.
Blazing the fire, man.
Blessings, my brother. Okay, let me take. All right.
Take care now.
Yes. Yes, Carla, you're on Mystic Sensation. You have a political choice. Well, on the Carla, you have a political choice to make. And look where you're going to stand up. You're going to stand up in the center. Or you're up on the fence. Then where you for? Eh? What are your reasons to even exist in the political process? You understand? I'm not a JLP nor PNP, right? I am dead center. So what is your contribution to society? What is it? Come on, get real. Me can't up on the fence. You understand? Democratic socialism. Michael Manley Heights. Yes, Carla, go ahead.
Mystic.
Watch out, Bolo. Big up well on the Bolo. Well on the Bolo. Because the amount of hard work where you do around us, so I realize, you understand, the people them need, listen, Jamaican people, You see, Bolo is the man who break down things, you know. You understand? I'm want to support Bolo strong. You understand? Because if you notice now, Bolo is someone who take on the platforms, break it down, you understand, and make it more clear for better understanding. You understand? So that is Bolo responsibility round here, so in the space. Now go on, my brother Bolo.
Only for respect for the continuous endorsement.
Blessings.
You know? But why this thing about Mark Bowling, it really draw me out, you know.
Well, I'm not telling you.
I don't have a problem with people saying that, yeah, you know, man, a PNP or JLP vote for policy. But the people when I say them on PNP and JLP, them a vote for somebody, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times is them a vote for the side of them attack the least against. But they don't want nobody know. So they are coward.
There you go.
And that's what I'm saying.
There you go.
And then the next thing is this. There's different ways to identify strength. So for instance, if a police come at you now and lick in your face, the police have one gun. If you don't have the discipline and strength to assess the situation, you might end up dead. You feel what I deal with?
And you give away your rights. Speak, Bolo, you give away your rights.
Very much.
Yes.
Thank you very much. You can't, you know, worst case scenario that you might get beat up, whatever, because you give away your rights now. You put your hand on the police. No camera, body worn camera. The next thing you know, you're in the hospital and then you're going to prison. I have one record and that's staying alive. So a lot of these people that are talking, they're not very, you know, meticulous in terms of assessing situations. And like I said, they don't really understand the politics and they don't care if you understand. Some of them are run with narrative, and most of them, to me, in my opinion,
yes,
they are racist. They are absolutely racist. Mark Golding being a white man is them problem. It's nothing else. So them come with this thing about him being weak. What is weaker than you can't tell me how you make your money?
But hold on the Bolo. But hold on the Bolo. Some of them who are making some racial remarks against Mark Golding is doing it with such an high level of ignorance. Because if you are speaking about Mark Golding is white and you are not going to vote for a white man, you understand? I want for them to define who Seaga was, because Seaga wasn't a black man. I want for them also to define who Alexander Bustamante was.
But majority of the people in the Jamaica Labour Party who support them are white people, let's be real.
You see,
let's be real.
So it is the ludicrousy, and the hypocrisy, you understand, and the high level of ignorance.
When them do a fall fee banana and tail pipe, you know,
I like the scenario there.
Because them come with the campaign for race.
Yes.
And then I look at the people when they're in a party, when them there on the conference, and look who they connected. Look on Dalvas. Dalvas a black man.
All right.
Dalvas connected. They're very connected few in the island.
But I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something, Bolo. There is nobody who tightly connected with the 1% than JLP.
Facts is that facts.
Hold on. May I reason now, Bolo. Andrew Owen is closely knitted with Brian Jardim and Adam Stewart. And they are the ones.
They call it champion boy, man.
Yes, and they are the ones, right? As a matter of fact, closely knitted with Hugh Croskery. Closely knitted with Hugh Croskery. And they are the ones, you understand, who really damaging Jamaica. Denying beach access and all of that. And here you have some Jamaica Labour Party, some lab rats, me call them. You understand? Claims that them are burn up Mark Golding because Mark Golding white.
Denying beach access
crazy.
are one thing. Deny the youth them an opportunity.
Exactly.
You understand? Them are deny the youth them an opportunity to grow and expand.
And they are killing out the livelihoods of those youth, because what happened to the fishermen? Right? The fishermen need access to the beach too.
There you go.
Right?
You understand? when me hear the lady say, house depend in a party where cost 50 million, I say, what? But them people that make crazy money, I do fishing, man. Look like I'm gonna start going there. And I use the job, but you know.
But you know, a pound of fish expensive, you know. A pound of fish is expensive, man.
Yeah. So my thing is this.
Yes.
People look at the content of the person's character and stop looking on them skin color. Stop
Exactly.
being fooled by these people. And I say it again, I can go back as far as slavery. Black people was the same one when they call house slave. We used to catch the field slave them and keep them in line in a perpetual slavery. Andrew Honest and his wife is 2 house slaves. Nigel Clark too. You understand?
They're all house slaves. They're all house slaves, Bolo. All house slaves.
Just look how Marty G actually do without being the prime minister. If it wasn't for that man, would have a needs where was so unconstitutional, we would have lost all our rights, our constitutional rights.
You know what, Bolo?
Most important of them.
You know what, Bolo? Them always said the ship never fly far from the block. And them always said that foundation is important, and that is so true. When you look, you can look beyond Mark Golding and go to Mark Golding's father and realize Mark Golding's father as it relates to his contribution to Jamaica and Jamaican people, right? Now, none in the GLP has such contribution as it relates to Mark Golding's father. So Mark Golding is coming from a stable, you understand, of generosity, a stable of caring, right? A foundation that he grew up in. It is his DNA to be naturally care. And that is one of the reasons why when the Jamaican student them caught up in the war between Russia and Ukraine, it was difficult for Andrew Holness to have that sort of caring. Andrew Holness want to tell them to get loan. Mark Golding naturally come off of the DNA of having that care as it relates to his father and him, Mark Golding, right? Mark Golding took out money out of his personal pocket and said, come home, because he naturally loved them. Naturally loved them. So how can you deny that? For Mark Golding love towards Jamaican people has no pretension. Right? And look at what Andrew Holness is doing to us. Yes, Carla, you're a Mystic Sensation lad.
You never realized that the connection weak. I don't know
Oh.
for years.
Me don't know. I wonder if them use the Pegasus. I wonder if them use the Pegasus.
Anything possible right now. I just say the environment and the ecosystem that Mark Golding grew up in.
Yes.
I can say this without water in my mouth. That if 90% of Jamaica was in that ecosystem, not necessarily the money, but the values and the principles that Imperials teach it, Jamaica would be a much more peaceful and prosperous place. Me now ask Christ. You understand? Just look at the man. The man married to one woman. The man have beautiful children, loyal, integrity, credible. You feel me? I deal with the man have great qualities, brother. So we have to really look past the man's skin color and look on the quality of the man in terms of this is the type of leader we need, especially in this time.
Hey, I want to tell you something, Bolo. Hold on there. Bolo, I want to tell you something. The amount of accusation when we see them accuse Mark Golding, the amount of lie. The amount of lie.
Yeah. Them just show things on the wall.
My goodness. I said, no, sir.
But in regards, before me go, in regards to this thing with the refugee, them or the deportee them.
Yes.
Somebody reached out to me that claims to have some type of connection to international army, right? You're not gonna say weird, but
yes.
They might get some intel say some of the individuals might be military that is coming into Jamaica. You understand? That program then. And
Wow.
there's many different potential motives allegedly that they'll be here to carry out. So, as I say, Jamaica, anything possible, be prepared.
So basically what you are saying, that the program has multiple camouflages.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I got you.
So,
all right.
So you know, we can't show out any potential possibility.
Yes.
Because I remember saying there's wars happening around the world, and even in the Bible it talk about this time wars and rumors of wars.
Wars, yes.
And it appears as if, based off of the arguments of the United States, that they're positioning themselves to attack Cuba. And it's quite evident the side that this government has taken in terms of their alliance.
Yes.
You get me? I said,
all right.
So what does that mean for the people of Jamaica?
Exactly, bro.
You hear the lady in the newspaper that talked about China. I don't know if it's that article here. The lady who come from the United States, she basically has said, Tita, China watch Trump nominee pledge hardline on scamming, drugs, and Beijing in Jamaica posting. You feel me, I said?
Yes.
So she supposed to be the ambassador, I believe, to Jamaica, working in Jamaica. And she wants to come change the impact of the Chinese in Jamaica with all of these investments and stuff for them to do.
Yes.
And if you listen to Trump want the American companies them to come dominate in these spaces where we have allies all around the world. And Jamaica is one of those allies.
You know, you can just, I want to tell you something, Bolo. You can just use one word for that as it relates to, crony capitalism. That is what, yes, that is what Donald Trump, you understand, want to execute through the Monroe Doctrine. Right? Yes. So we know that. Not too worry about that. We know that. Right? And we have seen the signs. He had spoken it too.
My thing is this: the conflict is inevitable if that is the objective. Because you're talking about China.
Yes.
You understand? You're talking about the dragon. You're talking about Russia. You're talking about America, and then Cuba aligned with those other two. And you know, Jamaica is right smack in the middle of it.
Yes.
You feel me? I deal with.
Yes.
We are just one cockroach in terms of warfare. If the rumors are true, that the United States have set up something in Jamaica, despite on the Cubans. How does the Cuban see that? How does their allies see that? Remember what Iran did to the friends of the United States when they got that? You feel me? I said, this is a very dangerous potential situation.
Yes.
We, the people of Jamaica, a lot of us don't even know shoot or gun. You know, because we're not bad man and them something. You understand me? I deal with, you don't know not about combat. What the hell is this man bringing down on the country of Jamaica potentially?
And as I said,
it's a very, very serious thing.
As I said, Bolo, we can't dismiss nothing. It may one would say yes, they are conspiracy theory, and while that may be so, right? Remember, you have situation as it relates to conspiracy theories. You understand? Had proven right to be correct down the line, right? Yes. So that is the situation. We can't dismiss anything.
All I'm saying is this: at the end of the day, Jamaican people need to ask themselves: the worst was to happen. How prepared are you? And the next question is, what do you think you need to do to prepare for the worst potential thing happening?
Exactly.
That's at the bottom line.
Exactly.
That's the bottom line.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly, Bolo.
Yeah, man. So bless up yourself, you know.
Bless up yourself. Bless up yourself, Bolo.
All right.
All right. I see a caller was calling me. But if you can get me now, caller, call in back. Right, let me just give you a little few seconds to do so. Right, I think the number end with what, 695. So if you want to call me back, right, please do before let me just discuss this. So here it is that the Jamaica for Justice Executive Director Michael Jackson is calling for the immediate removal of Dr. Andrew Wheatley as a cabinet minister
pending the outcome of criminal charges recommended against him by the Integrity Commission. Right? And open quote, Minister Andrew Wheatley, this is what she said, Minister Andrew Wheatley is facing serious corruption charges, right? Including illicit, okay, the caller is calling back, so let me just respond to the caller. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live, please go ahead.
Yes, brother Brian.
What's up, my brother?
But I don't chief.
All right, talk to me.
You know, I was saying something. You know, if you get the voice note this morning, but I was sick here and I repeat it again. You know, sir?
Yes.
The cruelty is a deep one and it's very touching.
Yeah, see if we can project your voice a little bit louder.
Hold on. Yeah. Let me note this. I'm about to again. Let me clear the phone.
All right.
You can hear me now?
Yes, yeah, man, you're coming nice and lovely now.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm going over that, Brian? See?
Yes.
When we're looking, I'm analyze because as we know, some say me, I'm another wilderness. We are one of them to what you don't know. Can access to what you hear me say. Every country it's a disaster. And when you look at the cronies and the wickedness, I'll show you. Every country have a little disaster. America always, through the humanitarian crisis, always reach out in a way that if the people from that country is in the country, they know say they couldn't make it back home. So you are, or you are managed, you have to stay and go and build. And the first year to get this temporary status protection, Sudan, Ukraine, you name all of the country them. Why Jamaica never get an assistant like that? Brother Brian, I'm not looking to it and I say, how the US ever reach to Jamaica for host prison now? But you see, when the hurricane come in, never reach out to help the Jamaican and when in America can't go home because they host damage. That's my argument.
Strong argument.
That's my argument.
Strong argument. But one of the things.
That's my argument.
Okay, but let me say this. You have to look on the intentions of the United States in terms of aiming to make Jamaica, to also suppress Jamaica and increase poverty in Jamaica. Let me say this. Now, the United States know our healthcare system. Look at the hypocrisy with the United States. Remember, it's the same United States that issue travel advisory against this administration, you know. Yes. Warning their citizens, right?
Not to travel.
As it relates to traveling to Jamaica, that they need to be careful because, you know, as it relates to, you know, healthcare, right? Really poor and rare. So basically discouraging, right, their citizens, right, not to travel to Jamaica. Watch this now. It is the same America, right? The little thing that is holding up our healthcare system as it relates to the Cuban nurses and doctors and technicians, right? Within the healthcare, holding up Jamaica.
Yes.
The administration said, listen, man, get them out. And you know the reasons why? Because they know that they caught, I know that they caught the Prime Minister and his administration right in our bind.
Yes,
because and I know that they have the evidence on him, and this is one of the evidence that they have. Now look.
Yes, sir.
You see, the money laundering evidence against Andrew Ones is quite clear. And let me speak. And guess what? He cannot dispute it. All right. Let me show you one of the strong evidence that they have against him.
Yeah.
When you send 700,000 US to Citibank, that is going to hit the Swiss system. Why you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Remember when Darrell Vaz was in the office of the Prime Minister in 2019, to be exact. Remember this the sale of the Moon hotels them and the under value of those of the hotel, and he went into Mexico, right, and collect I think it was $40,000 US that he collected. No, 140,000, something like that. 140,000 that he had collected. Remember, you know, they pick it up through the Swiss system, you know. And as a matter of fact, they followed an investigation immediately, you know. All right. You see, that situation caused people in the banking system to be fired, you know.
Yes.
And remember, you understand the cancellation of his visa. That was the primary reason why his visa and his wife's visas, you understand, cancelled. Now, watch this. What did the FBI tell them, sir, at the end of the report? The FBI told them specifically that this is not over. Remember, in the report, you know, the FBI, they tell you how the money shift from Darrell Vaz and to Andrew Ones, and you know.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. So let us look at that. That is one item.
Yeah.
Let us move now to other issues as it relates to, again, remember, you know, we talk about SSL now. May I show you? May I reason now? And I show you what them up on Andrew Ones. Remember that you have American citizens as it relates to the US dollars, right?
Of course.
Put their money in a SSL, you know?
Yeah.
And they have lost it, you know.
My brother have been money in SSL too and get messed up. Yeah,
right? So hold on the caller.
Yeah, man.
Hello? Hey, Conrad, how you doing? All right. Yeah, man, good. Okay, all right. All right. Yeah, hold on. Caller.
Yo,
all right.
Caller, man.
All right, hold on.
All right, so
all right, hold on. Yes, yeah, we will talk. We will talk later. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, cool.
All right, Jamaica. Let me just bring on our fireman, Conrad O'Brien, who call it for what it is, and him no business who the guy is. Conrad O'Brien, the fireman. Talk to us.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Yes, man, we're there.
Sleek Radio, the Big 93. And if I may mention my platform, my YouTube
yes.
platform as well, it's Conrad Obi, the fireman.
Yes. And let me say something. Let me say something before you talk, Conrad. All right. People can tune in to Conrad, right, as it relates to his show, right? Who don't subscribe, right? Go over, subscribe to Conrad O'Brien, right? Because it's quite, edifying, right? So please, when we talk about solid platform, right, we recommend people to join the solid platform. Conrad O'Brien, you want to tell them the times you come on in the during the days?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm on from 9 until midday, 9 a.m. until midday, Jamaica time. And of course, pardon me, I'm on mistake?
Yes, yes, I'm hearing you.
I'm on radio. I'm on 93, on the 93 one, so it's Sleek Radio. Formerly, people would formally know it as News Talk. So we have changed. As a matter of fact, the official launch of the station will be this Monday afternoon. So rebranding and all of that. So I'll be there, and also I will stream live via www.sleekradio.com. But my platform, which also stream the program, is Conrad Obi, the fireman. That's CONRAD OBDA fire, as in FIRE, man, fireman, and it's one word, just one word, no space there. Right. So you can always go up and the program are there. And very interested, as a matter of fact, if you really want to hear the authentic discussion, we had an excellent discussion with opposition spokesman Fitz Jackson, and we also showcased the Mr. Howell, who is the founder or father of Rastafarian Faith, with interview his daughter, I think it was Wednesday. All of those are up there. And of course, Mystic, as you know, the fireman burns, we speak truth to power.
All right.
No matter who the guy is.
Who the guy is.
You understand?
Talk to me, Conrad.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. All right. So a few things, Mystic, before I get into the situation now, which is so egregious. But I just want to say that, you know, for me personally, I believe that people have to find themselves in gear. This on the fence thing, I'm gonna support this, I'm gonna this, and you have to basically decide and make your mind up and be somewhere. Be somewhere. I ascribe to that, right?
Definitely.
I believe in professionalism. So, you know, when I'm behind the microphone, I am going to call it as it is, down the middle. However, when I know where I stand, and I believe that persons must basically know their antecedents, know the lay of the land, and so on, and what they support. Because certainly, if people make themselves more au fait with the history, then I think you would know exactly where to put that X whenever the time comes.
Here you go.
Right?
Here you go.
You know, so as it relates to persons, because myself, I will call on the opposition leader, who is somebody that I have the greatest respect for. As a matter of fact, I'll just share this little history. Mark Jefferson Golden I was the first person to have him in studio for almost an hour plus when he became the leader of the opposition. And I was the one who asked him his middle name, and he said Jefferson. And from that day, I start referring to him as Mark Jefferson Golden, and hence everybody know. You hardly hear people talk about Mark and they don't use his middle name. Also, when we're thinking about a really catchy name to stick, I was the one who also dubbed him Marky G. So it's legendary. It's legendary as to all of those sort of things. But I also have the ability to critique the PNP president and indeed the leader of the opposition. I believe that when it comes to the parliamentary ground, there is nobody, barring none, who is better than him. And I believe that when the history is written, he will basically go down as one of the best legislators. I said also that, listen, and if you permit me, I'll wrap. I just want to just set a little background.
Yeah. Speak your argument. Yes.
Good. So I said that, listen, the first 5 years that Mark Golden led the PNP, it was more an introductory process. Because remember, although Mark is such a great person, he wasn't in the cut and thrust of the politics before, because, you know, he wasn't one of those who were fighting for leadership and so on. But because of his poise, his ability, everybody see this one and say, whoa, the best person to lead the PNP right now is really Mark Jefferson Golden, Marky G. Now, that 5 year was used to introduce him to Jamaica, because he wasn't a known quantity within the household of Jamaica. Even those of us who follow the politics and so know his ability and know he's simply the best. But in terms of introduction within the household, the 5 years there was taken to introduce him, and oh my goodness, what a marvelous job he and his team did, to the point where we saw what happened in the local government election, and certainly on September 3rd, where the jury is still out as to what in heaven's name could really cause Mark Golden and his PNP to lose the election September 3rd. So I'll put those things out there. However, I from time to time believe, not in terms of Viagra, because of course you're not going to get certain things out of Mark Golden, right? But I think that sometimes in terms of a little bit of stridency, and I believe that what people are saying is that, listen, based on how things are going right now in Jamaica, things are bad in Jamaica, you know, my brother. So people are saying that, listen, maybe the PNP, or not maybe, but they're actually saying that the time has now come where they believe that the PNP need to show some leadership on the ground to send the strongest of message. Because if you notice, no matter how strident they are in the House of Parliament, the government use its simple majority and pass everything. So they have to now bring the 12th man on board, which is the population. And I think that's where it's at. I don't know that a lot of people may have their little issues here and there, but I believe that majority, the vast majority, who is saying, listen, they need a little bit more strike agency and so on, I think they are genuine and they really love Market G and really interesting to see the People's National Party move forward. That's my take on it, Mr. Because I've spoken to these people on a daily basis, on a year and off year and so on. But as I said before, you'll have those little naysay and those people who, because you never have 100%, you know.
Yes.
So I was wanted to say that. I was wanted to say that. So we can now move on to what is happening, my brother.
Yes. Well, I mean, hold on before you go, Conrad. Yes. I just want to ask something, but I very much glad for the input as it relates to, people, right, wanting to see, right, they wanted to see a PNP government in power, and in terms of the ways that they suggest that they believe that, okay, all right, Mark Golden should insert himself, you understand, whatever, right? Then okay, it's okay. But Conrad, let me ask you a question, Conrad.
Just before you ask the question, put it this way: the people want to see a good government in Jamaica, solid government in Jamaica, and based on the history of the PNP, when you analyze it, they believe that when you look at the two parties, the best option is certainly the People's National Party, and they believe that the man to really give that Philip who can be compared, a little of Michael, a little of Norman, a little of PJ, a little of Sister P, and a little of Peter Phillips, are all packaged in one. Is Mark Jefferson Golden. So all in all, the people believe that the time, and right now people are really literally tearing out their hair, pinching themselves to say, oh my God, based on the proposal that this man put forward. When you even look, for example, even the land issue, can you just imagine, had the PNP won the election, how many people would be in receipt or on the way of receipt for titles who generation after generation have been on Crown Land, because the proposal was certainly for Crown Land to be moved from 60 years to 25 years. So that in itself, Mystic and listeners, viewers, would have been a game changer.
Yes, so true, Conrad, so true. I really do agree with that. But let me ask you something as it relates to what sort of seems to be concerning as it relates to 10,000 non-Jamaican being processed, and they are going to be processed into in terms of the general population, which is very concerning. But question, do you concern about the possibility of what can be utilized as, use them as gerrymandering?
There is a possibility there, and I tell you why I believe that there is a possibility there as well. Because when you look at the fact that these people will have to basically get documentation, and as a result of that, they now will have to get a Jamaican passport. Now, if you're can be the holder of Jamaican passport, then certainly you have to be naturalized. And if you're naturalized, then you could very well find yourself on the voters list. So all in all, Mystic, it's a whole lot of things. And as I said elsewhere, that I believe that this should die in the water. It should not be allowed to happen. And hence, and I'm going to say it, hence I believe the people of Jamaica should be on the street of Jamaica and send the clearest signal that ricochet from Jamaica to Washington. We should never, ever, 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 ever acquiesce to this. This is a payday, however lucrative it is for whomever. We should not accept.
Okay.
Should never ever accept it.
The next thing
is fraught with so many dangers.
Okay. The next thing I want to speak to you about is the encroachment on our sovereignty. You know, Conrad, as it relates to, I mean, look, we have a weak economy. We have seen our trade deficit, right, continues to increase, right, because the lack of innovation to stimulate the economy. So let me ask you, as it relates to the situation as we see poverty increase, our healthcare sector, right, being deteriorating, right, and so having that 10,000 people, right, for whatever protracted period that they are going to be phased into the system, isn't that going to be an additional pressure on a healthcare system that is falling apart? What say you on it?
And an education system, everything will come. I say this to you. This week, the Margaret High School down there in St. Elizabeth, through the region and through its principal, reported that 50% of its grade 11 cohort have not returned to school since Hurricane Melissa. They cannot find them. They cannot find their parents either, and when they try to place phone call to them, the number is certainly ringing without answer or not available anymore. Therefore, one can easily deduce that this continues as a result of people still looking up in the sky when they go into a building, and the amount of blue tarpaulin that is all over the place. To say that, and I'm saying all of this to agree with you that yes, indeed, it's a resounding yes, that any move to bring these people in is going to put pressure on our system, left, right, and center. And that allow me, my brother and friend, Mystic, to say to you that I believe the people of Northeast Manchester, the parish of my birth, should basically declare the member of parliament for that constituency, Audrey Marks, Persona non grata, because she, based on what we heard or what we read from the original communique in the former old lady of North Street, the Gleaner, because of course, you know, they are now housed at Linders Road at the RJR building. They're no longer at North Street, which is a part of the pressure that the economy is presently undergoing. Can you imagine?
Yes.
The Gleaner is no longer at North Street, but because of consolidation, because the economy is basically dwindling and the revenue is not there to sustain, right? So the Gleaner basically carried the original story that, you know, it was basically put out there by a Jamaican government official. And we were asking the question, who could this be? Certainly Fitz Jackson and people like myself and others who have been pushing the question. However, Fitz asked in the parliament directly to the minister and deputy prime minister, Horace Chang. Horace Chang answered firmly and defensively to say that this was all begun by the United States government. No. The embassy in Jamaica, that is under the auspices of Mr. Renner now, because the ambassador is not there here, right? Let me hear Mr. Renner interviewing the other day. And they said, they came out swiftly to say that this indeed did not start with the American government. It started by Audrey Marks. No, if you are so wicked, and I'm calling it as it is, if you are wicked enough to take the people who are described as the worst of the worst to come to Jamaica, that speaks volume. Remember also that the President of the United States referred to country like Jamaica and elsewhere as shithole country or S-hole country.
Oh, yes.
To be respectful to others. So therefore, the question must now be asked, is it that our demands see Jamaica as this S-hole country? So the S must now be flushed in Jamaica?
Mm-hmm.
These are the questions that we all must ask ourselves. I speak truth to power. No matter who the guy is, the fireman burns.
Yes. All right. Conrad, let me just ask you the final question because I know that you might be struck for time. But since I have you, so I have to use you up, Conrad. When we want to get up higher. All right.
And the truth is that Mystic, you're doing such a fantastic job.
Yeah, man.
And I appreciate what you're doing. And let me just pause to heal up our friend and brother, Bolo.
Yes.
Right? And I'm echoing the same sentiments that you're echoing to say, listen, people, support Bolo and his platform, and we have to work in tandem. This is not basically a man basically want to capture this part of the audience, just be himself, right? Support each other.
Exactly.
It is here and put it out there. And one of the things that we also have to do is to ensure that we don't cause too much confusion in terms of timing when we're on and so on. And I think we have a nice spread, however,
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So let me just ask you the final question. Just to get your thought process where this is concerned. You have seen, as it relates to the Andrew Holness administration, most of the time siding with Donald Trump policies. You can go as way back as it relates to Donald Trump's first administration, as it relates to the Venezuela deal, the Petro-Carib deal that, right, Andrew Holness sided with Donald Trump, and now we are in a bad situation. If we move now, the second thing to be mindful of, again, is where the Cuban nurses, doctors, and technicians, you understand, again, Andrew Holness side with Donald Trump, you understand, and make those nurses exit from out of Jamaica. And again, the worst situation here, now we have 10,000, right, as it relates to non-Jamaican, right? And as you said earlier, that Marco Rubio and Donald Trump spoke of the deplorable, right? Of the despicable of them all.
Rubio said he will not apologize.
And he will not apologize. So let me ask you something, Conrad O'Brien. Forgive me if I'm putting you on a spot. You don't have to answer. Do you believe that there is a situation that Andrew Holness may have found himself in, and as such has to be the water boy, let me put it decent, the water boy for Donald Trump administration as a result of certain culpability? What say you on it?
All right. Well, certainly one other thing in this profession that we do as broadcast journalists or print journalists, commentators, and so on. A part of it is really speculation and a part of really analyzing and really look deep. So obviously that is a theory. That is one of the theory that is out there. The other part of the theory is also that, listen, politicians, and we saw it where people like Darrell Vaz lost his visa in the past. James Roberts, they lost his, I think James Roberts is still without a visa, and so on. So it is legendary within this administration for persons to have lost their visa because it is said that, listen, a number of them have some amount of shades over them. So it could very well be that there is even a broader threat than just Andrew Holness. But, where these people see where there's a possibility of them losing their visas. So they are trying to, the term we use in Jamaica, curry favor with the Trump administration, because it really and truly boggles the mind as to what could really drive a government official to basically open this discussion. And certainly we have to be clever and deduce from it to say that we don't think that Audrey went on a frolic of her own to do this.
Here you go.
This must be something that was contemplated and argued and so on by Mr. Holness et al. And also, even if it was Audrey Marks took it on herself to make the overture, certainly it could not sign off without the cabinet. And who is the chairman of the cabinet? Andrew Michael Brogan Rodham Holness. Huh?
There you have it.
Correct?
There you're 100% right, Conrad.
Before I go,
yes.
It would be remiss of me not to touch the other hot button issue here in Jamaica.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
The recent tabling of the announcement of the IC bill in the parliament, the IC report in the parliament that cited Member of Parliament and Government Minister Andrew Wheatley, and for him to be and recommend several charges to be preferred against him.
Yes.
The truth is that it boggles the mind. How come Dr. Wheatley is still in his job today? Is it that the Prime Minister again is arm strong? Because when you look at it, remember now, Mystic, that going into September 3rd, 2025 election,
yes,
about 9 persons, including the Prime Minister, well, we knew about the Prime Minister, were cited for illicit enrichment by the IC. That was what we heard. And we were asking who were these people, to the point where former government minister K.D. Knight and senior attorney at law K.D. Knight said when he looked up the road from his office and see the Jamaica Labour Party members, he have to look at all of them as suspect because he did not know which of the 9 or the 10
yes
were there. Now, are you saying to me that Dr. Andrew Michael Brogan Rodham Holness weren't aware that Andrew Wheatley was under investigation for illicit enrichment? Why would he reappoint Andrew Wheatley to the cabinet?
That's the question.
At the very least, his judgment is very, very suspect and impaired. Yes, Mr.
Yes, but when you look on that situation as it relates to Dalrymple, right? So let us go beyond to create what we call a MO, a modus operandi as it relates to Andrew Holness, right? Seems to be soft, very soft when it comes to criminality, right? And seems to, indicate his endorsement for criminality. So let me ask you this. You have seen where the court found Dalrymple guilty, but yet Andrew Holness had given her life in the parliament. So I mean,
and not just in the parliament, but in the executive.
In the executive.
While not a cabinet member, but she's a member of the executive by way of a junior minister.
Yes, and let us go further than that. She's now sit on the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee. How do you square that? How do you square that?
Well, again, it begs the question, and again, it goes further in terms of the Prime Minister judgment. And one would remember that a major part of the Prime Minister's, thing when he took the IC to court was to struck down the illicit enrichment aspect of the IC apparatus. Why would you want to do that? To ask for a major, what you could call the centerpiece, the plank of such a body to be struck down. And can we know the juice from the Prime Minister wanted that to struck down is as a result of all of this that are now coming to the fore. And as we understand it, there are more to come, because we don't know how many of that 9 or 10 had returned to the parliament after September 3rd.
All right.
It's really and truly punkas pampankas right
punkas
here.
Pampankas. So, all right. Punkas Pampankas. So there you go, Jamaica. You have a bit of Conrad O'Brien, the fireman. You understand, the man who called it for what it is, and him don't care who the guy is. Well, Conrad, I want to say thanks for passing through Mystic Sensation. Really appreciate the input, my brother. All right. You have anything more to say, or any last word you want to say before you go?
Well, just to say to the people who are Jamaicans who are in the diaspora, to how much somebody like myself appreciate what you're doing, because I can tell you, Mystic, when you're here, the participation on the various program here in Jamaica, the diaspora people, the Jamaicans overseas, they are even much more strident than many of us who live here on the rock. And remember now that so many of you guys have not gone away and turned your back on Jamaica. You continue to be the #1 foreign exchange scenario in Jamaica. Not earnings, because it's not earning, it's by way of the contribution that you guys continue to make into the Jamaican economy here. So I want to heal those persons. I want to tell you to continue to do the good work. Those of you who are there and can ensure that you do what you have to do to get on the voters list here in Jamaica, please do so. Continue to keep up the good work, and I want to hail you bigly, because I'm seeing and I'm watching, I'm hearing what you're doing. I want to say to my folks here in Jamaica, I believe the time has come. I believe what we're seeing here with this 10,000 situation where the government, our government, approach the United States to bring some of the most deplorable, to use the president and also Secretary Rubio words. It is egregious to the core, and the people must push back. I think the time has come. I describe this as a moment where the proverbial straw breaks the camel back. I invite you all to join me on Monday at 9 a.m. and Conrad Obi, the Fireman YouTube channel. You can go there and view my program now, and we're also up on the 93 FM band on your radio, and we stream live via www.sleekradio. God bless you all.
Blessings. All right. Thank you, Conrad. Okay, all right. That was Conrad O'Brien, the fireman. All right. Right. Really thankful for that input. Yes, Carla, you're on Mystic Sensation Live.
Yes.
Please go ahead, my brother.
Okay, so can you hear me?
Yes, hear you loud and clear.
Okay, so I want to make a few points.
Yes,
Number one, Marco Rubio is a liar, and so is Donald Trump, and so is the Prime Minister of Jamaica. So is all of them. As it relates to the people who they are attempting to deport to third-party countries, we cannot listen to anything Marco Rubio says. We have to take it with a grain of salt. I'm not saying some of those people aren't, I don't know their background, so I'm not going to judge. But what I do know is that they were here in this country seeking asylum. For whatever reasons, they were sent they seek asylum, and they were granted asylum in our country, in America.
Wow.
The fact is, a federal judge stated that deporting these people in this way to third countries is illegal. The U.S. government has decided that it was going to file an appeal and mass deport anyway before the appeal is heard. Now, what my question is to the Jamaican government.
Hold on, because hold on, Carla, because I am not going to just make that pass as it relates to what I just heard. I didn't hear that. Are you saying that there's a pending situation and Donald Trump Donald Trump and Marco Rubio decided to circumvent that process?
That's right.
Mighty goodness.
Okay, so the licky Jamaican government decide, say, see when Marco Rubio talk about, oh, they're this and they're that, just like Conrad say, how they talk about everywhere is a shithole country. That's how Marco Rubio speaks. I will not speak of human beings in that manner. I don't know what reason they are in it, but what he is doing is illegal. And a federal judge struck it down and said it's illegal. Now he's appealing it, and that's why he's mass deporting. Here is my issue with the whole thing, and I'm not a legal student or anything, but isn't this human trafficking?
This is human trafficking.
Jamaica get itself involved in the... But then again...
And I spoke of that.
On Donald Trump, he's one of the biggest child molesters. Everything that you hear them saying, projecting, they are projecting. Those are the things they are guilty of.
Mighty goodness. People know here?
Oh. So please do your research and understand. What I want somebody in some legal department of Jamaica, like I said, I'm not a lawyer, to stand up and say, isn't this human trafficking? And y'all getting paid for it. You know how much money you're going to get paid for the 10,000? Or you just going to take what they tell you? Oh, and by the way, Audrey Marks cannot go and sit down with President Trump and sit down with nobody and say she'll go do nothing. Trump told them what they was going to do.
All right, hold it, sister. Hold it, sister. Because this is where, and I love how you engage us. I love how you are engaging us. This is what I'm saying. Let us deal with, right? We are talking about, right, structure here. Audrey Marks cannot decide foreign policy independently or unilaterally. Can't.
No, she cannot.
She can't. It is just constitutional. And look, this is a situation in terms of, you know, what you're saying here, right? In terms of, we look and we heard what the Minister of National Security stated, and we see the mixed messaging, right?
Exactly.
But in between the mixed messaging, right? You know that, okay, all right, let us go to the Constitution.
Sense from nonsense.
Exactly. Let us go to the Constitution and pick out sense from nonsense.
Them I tell a little piece of the truth, each one of them. So my point is, I would like some legal mind in Jamaica to ask the question, isn't this akin to human trafficking?
It is.
Should they not even wait until the appeal is heard before we engage? What the hell? 10,000 people?
Sister, if you hold on, sister.
America set them up. Does America pay for the deportees then when them send back from US, that is Jamaica?
But hold on.
America
hold on, sister.
Pay for the Jamaican deportees.
All right. Let us talk about the legality as it relates to the definition for human trafficking. Exactly. If you take up people beyond their will, right, and you dispatch them, that's human trafficking.
For a cost, for a price.
Exactly.
There's a price tag on there.
That's human trafficking.
Wait, I must be crazy. Something must, because I want to know if there's no legal mind in Jamaica we don't see this shit as human trafficking.
I don't know. So I don't know if it is only you and I see it as human trafficking.
If accepting these people puts us into a legal conundrum that I don't know.
Yeah, because
worldwide, like on a worldwide scale, do we really want to be involved in this?
And hold on, sister. I told them, you know, this is what I had told them. I said, if Donald Trump lose the midterm election and the Democrat goes in and decide to pursue it, where is Jamaica is going to be positioned on that on the side of that kind?
First of all, let's get real. And I don't mean to make light of this, but ain't nobody going to Jamaica and decide to them I left this up. They're not going to come to my beautiful country and be like, you know what, I think I'm gonna go back to my no, they'll probably want to stay.
Yes.
But we cannot. We don't have no jobs for our own people. We ain't got nothing.
Nothing.
I don't understand how we could have entered into this knowing that this is still in appeal in America.
It is sad, sister, and I think as you are, because I am, all right, as a matter of fact, tomorrow I'm going to do some calling because the situation is serious, you know, and we need to,
Yes.
we need to nip it in the bud, you know. We can't allow them to get away with this. We need to nip it in the bud. So if there's a situation that you have to take this into the court and fight it, so let it be. So let it be. Because again, you know what I don't want? I don't want a situation, you understand, to stay there, fester upon us, and then when you look, they're also being used as the product of gerrymandering.
Exactly.
So we have to protect our democracy. We have to protect our democracy.
We have to do things in the right way and in the legal way. And we cannot get caught up in illegal mess with the youth. Like,
no. Somebody
should have tell Trump straighten out your business before you come check me.
Well, this coming like the Epstein file.
I tell you, listen. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you, my dear.
Again, I'll go back to class.
All right.
Sir. Bye.
Okay, bye. All right. Let us go down in some serious juggling now, because this is the juggling that I want, and I have, you understand? No, stick and stay with me, because I have about 5 more subject matter, 5 more videos that we have to break through, and I want to deliver them today, because this is a segment that I left because of the Bangarang segment. Listen up. All right. Let me just get into the Bangarang segment now. Now, we are going to touch some situations as it relates to Wheatley. Let me see if I can just bring up this. All right. Let us listen to something from Cliff Hughes here, my Jamaican people. Let us listen to this.
Has to make the call. Does he fire him or ask him, direct him to resign? It's his call. It's a tough place to be in, but that is what the job comes with. And this is not to try whether or not there's merit in the Integrity Commission's findings. That will have to be decided in a court of law. And that's why he's lawyering up, muscling up to fight that. But there's a political problem now. How do you continue with him in the cabinet when he's facing criminal charges? The accepted convention and practice is you take away yourself, clear your name. I suspect that history and convention will prevail, and Wheatley will take away himself.
Well, Jamaica, hold on there. Things get nice, yeah, so. Hey. What kind of bangarang this, yeah? No. Let me tell you something now. Let me stick sensation talk. Andrew Honest came out and said him not play draft. Him play chess. Well, the Integrity Commission investigators make such a move on the chessboard that even onlookers and spinners know in a problem. Now they wonder, what is this? When you see the top spinner found himself into a predicament, not knowing what to speak on, Let me quote him. Open quote. This is a conventional practice. And what is expected of Andrew Honest is to take away himself, cut him loose. Well, let me take this call before we get in right? Because of course we know people are calling. Yes, yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just send you a little thing the way Cliff Hughes talk about this, so it seems like him talk about this them if he either resign or face jail. So we just send it to you.
Oh.
Okay, Cliff Hughes.
Okay, all right. Hold on there, my boss. Let me go in on Mystic Sensation. You send it to Mystic Sensation, right?
Yeah. We send it to Mystic Sensation. We send it to that phone number.
Okay.
Just send it, not even 2 minutes ago.
Okay, no, because you have now people are calling upon that, so me now go get it until me finish.
Okay, so you have come back on later, right?
Yeah, it's a possibility, depending on how early me close up. It's a possibility.
All right, so you will see it still.
All right, blessings, my brother.
All right, take care.
All right,
yeah, man. All right.
Now, Cliff Hughes is saying to the entire Jamaica, locally and in the diaspora, that this is very serious politically for the Andrew Honest administration. But let me talk to Cliff Hughes, because the Integrity Commission make a move on the chessboard. We are anticipating now that Andrew Honest must make his move. Now, let me now speak as a man who stands on the side. Yes, caller, hold the line. Let me just finish this. Let me speak as a man who stands on the line, who know, right, the chess game. And may I give him a little advice. I don't want the people to kill me, you know. But may I give him a little advice. Hear me advise, Andrew. If you cut Wheatley and you dismiss Wheatley, based on how your situation mirror Wheatley's situation, and which your situation seems to appears to be even worse than Wheatley's situation, then you don't have to go fire yourself. You don't have to go fire yourself. So how does that going to work? So let me ask another question. And if you don't fire him, you are now looking into a political suicide. What a backside this. You must know you're going to work out at the predicament there, Papa. Let me take the call. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Mystic. Good evening. Good evening to all my family back home and here and abroad. Right. You know, I'm sitting here and I'm listening. When is election? I'm asking questions.
Oh, you mean local government election is the next 2 years, but you know that it is every 5 years that we have a general election, and we add one 25. So then
that they stole.
Yeah, thank you for the correction. Or you just have beat me up, so sure.
Yeah, man, I saw everything. I was on here, didn't sleep for days.
Yes.
But I'm sitting here and it's bothering me. For you to be taking in immigrants into the country like that, you did not ask the people them, didn't bring it to them. What is the gain behind it? No, look, election is coming up. And what I heard that gentleman claim that said he's a head of whatever, I don't look at him as that.
Yes.
Is it going to be a little escape way to use these people to vote just like how dead people vote?
Sister,
I got to make sure, watch this man like a hawk.
Let me answer your sister. I am very much worried. And when you see Mystic Sensation worried about this situation, that's why I'm going to do some calls tomorrow. Because I know that as it relates to this kleptocratic government and Andrew Owens,
put something again.
He can use it as it relates to gerrymandering. And I have been calling it out from, if you notice, I have been calling it out from day one. And I said, please.
He also claimed that it's like he's going to give them residency. There's a lot of stuff that they're hiding. And the question that when they have the next parliament, they need to make sure that they get all the background info on every person coming into that country. If they don't want to release it, there is a way that they can request certain information from immigration. Custom and border, they're supposed to release the information of everyone, their background, because when I usually work in the airport, I work with a lot of people. When they're deporting someone, there is an itinerary that is given based on that person, and that is supposed to be sent central to wherever they're going. And the Custom and Border Protection have a brown envelope with all their information. If they're not traveling on the flights with them, they turn it over.
So you would call that, hold on, caller. So you would call that a profile itinerary?
Yes.
Okay.
So they must make sure don't sit lightly on it. And if they come and they give them any residency, they can register to vote, because I'm reading up a lot. It just popped in my head and I'm saying, no man, they're up to something again. So don't sit down there and let this life thinks that can win the chess game. If we all unite, we can shake the devil off.
All right.
I'm telling you, look into that. Look into when they're coming in, what they're coming in, where they're from, what their crime is, and why are they chosen to come. Because I'm telling you, if they send in Spanish, they must make sure, because when I read of certain things, they're saying they're only accepting people that speak English. Nothing don't go. So they're going to try to steal the upcoming election again. Mark my word. Have a blessed day. Let me go back to class.
Thank you, sister. Now, I hope, let me tell you something. And I am not going to be on this platform. As a matter of fact, when it comes to a lonesome, comes to me, a melting pot and other people, we are not going to sit here and make that happen, you know. We can tell them that. We are not going to sit here and make that happen. Yes, Carla, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Yes, I'm just worrying about the situation with these people here. Now, I've been paying attention to some media this morning, and they were saying there's another ship docked down in Ocho Rios. Another thing that hit me is this, okay, the voting part about these people, but what about bringing in some mercenaries inside of these people?
Well, look here, your concern, right, is merely practical, you know, and reasonable, you know, right? Because come on, we don't know who are these people. We know nothing about them. And then this government,
he's trying to hold on to power. He wants to hold on to power as long as he can.
Because he knows very well that if he's out of power, he's going to go to prison. They know. And so then they are doing everything. And this is one of the reasons why I believe that this could be a situation that shaped into a potential, I don't even remember the term, right? In terms of winning the election, right? And we have to stop it. We have to make sure gerrymandering, right? We have to make sure that we get into this and dive into it from early, because tomorrow, you know, you understand, I am going to be calling, right, some relevant people and have a discussion with this as it relates to how can we take this into the court.
True.
No, this is very serious, my brother. Because at the end of the day, if we are going to grant them naturalization, you know what that means? That simply means that they can vote.
Oh, yes.
And look, they might speed up. Let me talk, you know.
let me talk in terms of damaging their plan if that is what they are doing, you know. If that is what Andrew Holness, Marco Rubio, right, and Andrew Holness is doing, you know. You understand? To keep Andrew Holness in power, you know. Let me tell you something. We have the local government, the local government election for the next 2 years. And we have to get on this now to make sure that over the 2 years, over the 1 year period, because they would have to be in the country. Let us calculate, you understand the strategy here. They would have to be in the country within a year. We don't know if, okay, based on the mathematical figure that Horace Chang is giving us, Horace Chang is telling us the truth. As a matter of fact, Horace Chang, you understand, is not someone, right, who friendly with the truth. As a matter of fact, none of them.
Exactly.
So it could be said, because look at it. United States is going to spend X amount of money to fly in what? 25 passengers, right? Every 2 weeks. I don't think so.
Every 2 weeks, yeah.
I don't think so. And I think that the 10,000 could be a situation where they want to push them in, might be within a year or 2 years, you understand, and where they can change the local government election to give back the municipal to Andrew Holness. So then is NARA can be strengthened through the municipal link. People, we need to be wise, you know.
One of the things I'm looking at too is Mr. Mystic.
Yes.
Is the fact that when I look around the world and see how all these dictators, how they want to stay in power, they always go and get mercenaries.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. People, you know what people might say? Okay, you know, them full of conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory, it may be so. You understand? Remember, we don't have the facts, you know. And this is one of the reasons why we are trying to, you understand, give our opinion. And we are giving the possibilities of what can be happening. We are not saying that what we are saying, right, that we are speaking facts. You understand? We are not owning any form of credibility or said facts that we know that these things are going to happen. We are speaking on the opportunity that exists for these things to happen. And we want to remove that sort of opportunity.
We want the truth. We want the truth.
We want the truth. You agree with me, Carla? You agree with me?
Yes, I agree with you. We
Okay.
want the truth.
All right. So that being said,
so I'll let you go and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
I'm one of your students.
Thank you, sir.
Just keep, you know, keep in touch and making, you know, keep everyone informed of what's happening.
All right.
In Jamaica.
Bless up yourself, my brother. Walk good.
Okay. Bless up yourself, my brother.
All right. Yes, Carla, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Go ahead. Oh, that I lost that call. Let me just see if I can get back that caller. Carla, you have to call me back because somehow it appears as if I just cut you off, right? Accidentally. All right. You know what? I think I exhaust my time. I wanted to go through some other things, but unfortunately, right, I think the time is running out. I've gone, what, 4:34, right? I want the video to be sort of short for people who doesn't really have that, who have the short span deficit, right, for people to enjoy. So when the video very long, a lot of people really don't take the time to go through the lengthy videos. So my Jamaican people, this is where unfortunately we are going to end it. But I am saying that I will be doing some calling around as it relates to various lawyers to see if, you know, and I will be talking to some politicians as well, right, in terms of, you know, where do we go from here facing all of this and the possibility of what can be utilized as gerrymandering, right? Because we want this criminal government out of power and they are not going to bully us, because that is what they are doing, bullying us. They are not going to bully us, and we are not going to stand for it. No bully and no dictator. We are not going to stand for. You understand? We're not criminal, and we need to know out. We're not criminal, and we need to know out. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead. I will take 3 calls before I finish off. Yes, caller, you're on Mystic Sensation Live. Please go ahead.
Hi, Mystic. Good afternoon. Thank you again for blazing the fire.
You're always welcome, my sister.
Yeah, man. I bully is in my go. We're not going to take it in a way push back.
No bad man government of that go.
Yeah, man. No bad man thing in deal with all the time. Long run shortcut, you know.
Huh?
Yeah, man. A long run shortcut. You know, one time people say the more the monkey climb, the more he expose himself.
Talk to me, no sister.
All right, you're the little thing when me sit down and kind of perceive in my mind.
Yes.
You see, because he's a developer, the wife is a developer.
Yes.
I am wondering if this deal was on the planning long before now, because they must know about this and waiting and putting things in place and what have you. Now, you see, as I said, they are developers.
Yes.
USA don't want these people in their country. They want to dump them out.
Yes.
What if they made a suggestion to them that, okay, because they are developers, because, you know, so they all over in Jamaica, them have apartments building, you know, all over the place.
Yes.
I'm wondering if they come together to say, the husband and the wife, more can be in it too, who knows, and say, okay, we are developers, we are building these apartments. This is a good thing that we can accept these people in our country, the criminals them in our country, because it's a deal. And they are getting paid for this. Who knows how much money they might be collecting? And I am saying to myself too that the amount they collect, they must have calculated already how much per person that the US government is going to give them. And I hope perhaps that would be per month.
Yes.
And they realize that it's a lot of money. And then because they love money, they decided to accept them. I am thinking it can be a deal otherwise with Andrew and Juliet to do this thing. Because one, the opposition didn't know anything about that. When we all know, we hear until we see it come out.
Yes.
And then Chang talking in Parliament Tuesday, right?
Yes.
So I'm thinking it could be a decision they do all by themselves. Because Archie Marks go sign on behalf of Andrew. Why? Why Andrew didn't go and sign it for himself? So I'm thinking deeper to say perhaps it's a done deal between both of them to accept them, because they are developers. They have a lot of apartments and houses, and it can be wherein they are collecting money, you know, for themselves, to you know, to enrich themselves some more. I don't know. I think about that because I've never seen anything like this in my life. I've never seen this happen in any other country. Why Jamaica? That should be investigated deeply, Mystic.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's a deal between both of them to accept them, because both are developers. They have places to host them. What do you think?
No, the possibility exists in a system.
Yeah. Thinking on it deeper, because strange to bring these criminals in our country. They might be getting funds, funds from it, bettering themselves, more money.
Yes.
You know? It could be. That's why they accept them.
Exactly.
Money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. So that is my little 2 cents.
All right. Okay.
All right. Take care. God bless you, man.
Blessings.
All I want to be tip the iron.
Blessings. All right. Yes, caller, you're Mystic Sensation. And I'm going to play something from Conrad O'Brien before we go. Right. Let me just close out this. Yes, Carla. Go ahead. You're on Mystic Sensation. Go ahead.
Mystic, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm good, my brother.
All right. Hey, check this out.
Yes.
Let me just put something on the board. Let's put something on the chessboard real quick. Right.
All right.
Now,
love that.
First thing. America not giving you no money. That's the first thing. Them done doing it already. Plus, you in trouble. You hit the system. The other guy, he's labeled as a drug trafficker. Listen, this is pure demands from the USA, right? That's the first thing. Let's get that out of the way. There's no money there.
All right, hold on, Carla. All right, hold on, Carla. I don't know as it relates to the first thing that you had spoken about just a while ago. I am fully in agreement with you. Honestly.
There's no money.
Fully in agreement with you.
There's no money there. This was a demand. This wasn't asking anything. This was a demand. This was knocking on Andrew door and say, yo, Andrew, come here for a second. Remember the favor you deal with the other day?
Huh?
Yeah, this is what I need.
Talk of a thing.
So that's the first thing. Second thing, Andrew, you need to understand that people like Mystic Sensation and people like Lonesome, people like Conrad O'Brien, right? These people are horses on the chessboard.
Huh?
The horse on the chessboard is the most dangerous piece you can ever use on the chessboard. Okay? Understand this, we're not pawns.
Talk to them, my brother.
Third thing, listen to me. This America has a thing called a rehabilitation program for human beings, okay? That are incarcerated, okay? Now, rehabilitation means they'll give you a chance to learn a trade, they'll give you a chance to get a GED or a high school diploma, or maybe even a diploma, depending on what prison you're in, or who running the ward, or what county or what city you're in America. That's the third thing. Fourth thing, there's a thing called a habitual offender. A habitual offender is a person now that continues to do the same thing over and over, and he cannot change. The rehabilitation program failed him.
Hold on, Carla. Because you speak, I'm sensing that I'm speaking to someone who have high knowledge as it relates to criminal justice. Seems like you're a student of criminal justice, like myself. Are you within that expertise?
No, sir, but I am an ex-con.
Oh, okay.
3 times.
So you're talking from experience. You're talking from experience.
I'm talking from experience.
Okay,
yes.
Go ahead.
I'm a born Jamaican, but I've been to prison 3 times in America.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
So, but I'm well knowledgeable on the law on certain aspects, but I'm just starting to get into the politics of Jamaica recently. Okay. But anyway, thanks to you guys. But anyway, the habitual offender, when the program fails you, okay, the rehabilitation program fails you, and you become a habitual offender, which is a person that keeps doing the same thing over and over. He can't help himself.
Yes.
He's got to rape. He's got to smoke. He's got to do sexual things. There's no rehabilitation in him. These are the despicable human beings that UBO was talking about. You understand, people? Now, if the person, if the thing is, even if it's in court, and it got passed through court, but there's an appeal going on, and you still indulge in doing this. Believe me when I tell you, there's no money involved, or there's no deal or nothing like that. This was a high official, maybe even Donald Trump himself, saying, yo, Andrew, sign this. I don't even read it. Just sign it. That's it. I'm telling you. Yes.
What a banger.
This was a demand. Okay? This is a demand.
Ah, boy.
You know, we got to put the pieces together. That's why I said we are the horse on the chessboard.
Yes.
All right? We're not pawns.
Yes.
We're the horse, and we move in an L shape.
All right.
We move in an L what shape?
Yes.
So you cannot predict our movements. It's unpredictable.
Okay.
So no matter how the king on the chessboard tries to protect the queen, as soon as you checkmate the queen, the game is over.
Oh.
You understand?
All right.
The game will be over. So yeah, I just wanted to put that in perspective for you.
All right.
Thank you for your time and your knowledge, man.
All right. Blessings. Okay, let me just end the program now, playing a Conrad O'Brien for us, right? To share right, what Conrad is sharing with us. All right, so people listen up.
Of the United States of America. I hear this conversation where some people are saying, could Jamaica do otherwise? Of course we could. Jamaica is a sovereign country, and certainly we have a government in place that's not supposed to be just jellyback, and we need and succumb to everything.
All right. So we hear that piece from Conrad O'Brien, none other than the fireman himself. So people, that's where we are going to end the live for today. I want to say big thanks for passing through to Mystic Sensation. It's just unfortunate that I couldn't finish all the clips. But, you know, next time we'll get around it in terms of, you know, disseminating the information that needs to be disseminated. All right. So I want to say big thanks for passing through. Really appreciate it. And thank you to support, right, Mystic Sensation. Please share the live and so forth and so forth. And for those who haven't subscribed as yet, please do so, right? And follow the family. Be a brother and sister of Mystic Sensation. Once again, I am Howard, and thank you very, very much. All right. Okay.
I know why you come to me with that foolishness, you know. You elect a prime minister, and is a prime minister around the country. It is time we learn to hold our leaders accountable for their actions and stop making excuses for them. Stop making excuses. Otherwise, go elect the people who really run in the country. And I don't want the right side that stupid argument. Hold the people you elect accountable and stop making excuses for them.